where every sweet moment begins.
The Mike Rutherford Show is brought to you by Everything Concealed Carry in the heart of J-Town, where you'll always get your best shot at a great deal.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Obi Trice, real name, no gimmicks.
Who are you?
He had a voice that could make a wolverine purr.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
Wait a minute. I know you.
You got the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
I know that, dude.
He's a modern-day Yoda. I'm your huckleberry.
Allow myself to introduce myself.
Greetings and salutations.
We came, we saw, we kicked its ass.
You're excited. Feel these nipples.
That boy's good. Good and terrible.
Well, I have a microphone, and you don't.
So you will listen to every damn word I have to say!
This is the Mike Rutherford Show on the Big X.
The sportos, motorheads, geek bloods, wastoids, dweebies, they all adore him. They think he's a righteous dude.
The Mike Rutherford Show, presented by United Mechanical, your trusted partner for commercial and industrial HVAC, electrical, plumbing, and refrigeration. Call United Mechanical at 502-339-1133.
Well, I'll stand up next to a mountain, and I'll chop it down to the edge of my head.
All right. Welcome in, everybody. It is Thursday, August 13th. Happy National Left-Handers Day to my mother, my daughter, and to all others who celebrate. This is the Mike Rutherford Show. We're coming to you live from the world-famous University of Louisville College of Business Studios here in the heart of legalese fluent, Louisville, Kentucky. Cards fans, if you're looking for a competitive advantage in today's data-driven world, look no further than earning your master's in business analytics from the University of Louisville, which you can do now in just 12 months. There's no previous coding experience required. Delve into the world of analytics and data visualization, learning essential tools like R, Python, Power BI, and of course, machine learning, and more. These classes are now available both online or in person. To get started or to learn more, visit business.louisville.edu. We're on the air today from 2:37 until 5:30 here on 1450 AM, 96.1 FM. We are streaming across the land, including on the Thornton's Big X Sports Radio Louisville YouTube stream. We are airing live on WBNA Channel 21. You know it's better as the Big X. Mike Rutherford, Trevor Kelsey with you on a Thursday edition of the show. And folks, we got more legal stuff to talk about. When I dropped out of law school over a decade ago, now a decade and a half ago, my dream was to spend the next 15 years reading far more legal documents and trying to interpret them than I ever would have as a practicing attorney. That was what I wanted to do, to read all of that crap and not be actually paid handsomely for it. And that's where we are. We're going to talk more lawsuits, more eligibility questions pertaining both to Louisville football and Kentucky basketball. I'll tell you what I've heard on that front, why we didn't have a hearing today. We'll touch on some of the continued fallout from the Seth Trimble news from yesterday. We've got some funny news to talk about. It's Thursday. We're a little bit, we had the big news yesterday, which took the entire 3 hours. Today, we can get back into a little bit of summer radio stuff, but we still have some big-time nuts and bolts stuff to get after. Gameday Mens Health text line is 502-414-1450. You can also comment on the Thornton's YouTube stream. We'll read both avenues for you to weigh in throughout the course of today's show. Trevor Kelsey is in the house, producing the hell out of the show per usual. TK, how we feeling? It's a warm Thursday.
Yeah, I thought I was done talking legal talk when I came back to the show, but I guess we both were disappointed with that one, huh?
Is this your fault? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know if this falls under my parameters of legal expertise because between personal experience and SVU episodes, I don't know how much.
Love SVU.
I do. Well, at least the first 13 or 14 seasons.
Okay.
Sadly, it's like at 25 seasons now. Other than that, yeah, doing okay. Arm is a little better. I'm with the lefties of the world today. I am more left-handed right now, but it's much better than it was yesterday. Yesterday was one of those days where if I just even slightly moved my arm, it sent pain all through my body. And today it's a little stiff, but I can move it around a little more.
So you're celebrating National Left-Handers Day in your own way,
and by being a a volunteer lefty for right now.
Happy National Left-Handers Day to Pat Kelsey also, someone who has done more for the left-handed community than just about any righty that I know.
Now, are you like me? Like anytime you played with a lefty in like middle school or high school, they always had a lane floater.
I was like seeing a unicorn too.
Like I've had some of my best friends actually. One of my oldest friends I've known since 6th grade is a lefty. One of my best friends, who's I've told the joke, his dad's a jockey. He's a lefty, and both of them I've played ball with on hundreds of times. Both of them just constantly use that same little lefty floater in the lane. I don't know what it is.
When you were gearing up to face a left-handed pitcher, it was like you were playing a different sport. Like everything changed because I remember there were like 3 in Little League when I was growing up. Shout out to my buddy Joe Escola, who was one of them.
Hey,
and
Joe.
It was just like, shorten up on the swing, take it to right field. Like, you just changed everything that you knew about baseball. And then when you were playing basketball against a lefty, it took you like 15 possessions to remember that he was left-handed.
Yeah.
Like you're overplaying him to the right like everybody else. They just like blow past you to the left, and you just couldn't remind yourself that he's going to go left. But happy National Left-Handers Day to everybody who celebrates.
My St. Matthews Little League playing days, which was the peak of my days. The Spurs, their best player was a lefty. Jimmy something, I can't remember his name.
It's a dynamite add-on to that conversation right there.
Hey, it's Major League 2 level, right?
Fantastic.
And you didn't go to journalism school for nothing, did you?
They don't call him the best in the biz for nothing, folks. I had a great interaction yesterday after the show.
Oh, wow, okay.
Great's one way to describe it.
The rain let up after we left, too, which was kind of nice.
It let up a little bit. The drive, I had to do a bunch of errands after the show.
Yeah.
The lightning was insane. Full on, like, you like just the ones that, like, take 7 seconds to light up, and they keep, like, getting longer and longer, and it was wild driving around in the middle of that. But it also was the perfect time to do errands because nobody's really at Trader Joe's, nobody's really at Walgreens. But I ended up having to go to Kroger after I thought I'd done all the errands. Got home, realized we didn't have what we needed for John's breakfast. So a quick trip to Kroger.
Always forgetting John.
Always forgetting John. Not really, but a little bit.
No wonder he's so unhappy looking.
He's fine. He's thrilled. But so I run up to Kroger real quick, just grabbing a couple things for his breakfast. As I'm walking to the checkout line, there's another guy. I really hope he's listening to this because I've got to get more information on why this happened. So he makes brief eye contact with me, and it's one of those like, oh, he's going to say something. And he just doesn't even break stride. He just goes, interning in forever. and pats me on the shoulder as he walks by. No, like, hey, man, I love the show. Nice to meet you. I'm so-and-so. No, said
79.
Great. Yeah, no go cards. Just interning in forever. No, like, I know Ian or something. Just interning in forever, and then he just keeps walking.
Could have been his dad?
Maybe. I don't know, but it was wonderful. I love that. I love leaving the mystery out there for why you're saying what you just said. It's so much better than like the, hey, man, big fan of the show, which I also very much appreciate whenever that happens.
Or even like, you're an idiot. Or
yeah, I mean, I just loved something like that. I was like, I have no idea. Clearly, he's a listener. Clearly, he's a diehard.
I would assume
there are people listening that don't know. Maybe they don't hear Wednesdays, or when they do, they're not paying attention to what Internian is saying. But this guy was just Internian forever, man. Just pats me on the back, keeps walking, just goes. I was like, all right, I love it. Also, tough look for Internian this morning as I wake up, and I've got multiple people letting me know who, not everybody can listen to the show or watch the show live. So you had a lot, we had a solid crowd yesterday wanting to hear about the Seth Trimble stuff. And there were multiple people who were like, hey, man, your show's, it's saying it's blocked. And so I go to YouTube. Sure enough, if you try to replay yesterday's episode on the YouTube channel, it just says it was blocked due to the claimed content by UMG. Now, UMG is Universal Music Group.
Yes.
So this was very much we played a song too long.
Yes, it was. I can tell you right now, it was blocked because I get an email about this. And so, but I couldn't see the email.
Oh, you got an email?
Yeah, so it tells me, so contact you. No Impact became, the 3 songs were flagged.
3?
3. Now,
I looked up like who UMG represents and was trying to figure out who did this.
I can tell you in just one second.
Okay.
So the 3 songs that were flagged were the Hank Williams Jr.
Back-to-back days.
Which doesn't surprise me because that was the one he kept playing. Like, I felt like he left it on way too long. We were like, turn it down.
That was more like he couldn't figure out the board.
That maybe so.
Yeah.
But that says no impact. So that actually didn't get us.
Okay.
Now, what got us blocked apparently in 241 territories was
what?
Was the Kanye West song. It says 241 territories. I wonder if I can see.
Well, are there any territories out there that can watch yesterday's show? You can't do it in America, but is there Latvia? Are Latvians just checking out the Rutherford show from Wednesday?
Quite possibly. Well, quite possibly not, because the third song on here.
No, this is what got us in Latvia.
This is what got us, which says blocked globally.
Oh,
I've never had. I kid you not. I've never had it blocked globally.
What a way for Intern Ian to go out.
And I don't know. I guess the song says it's Shaggy, Free Kids. Did he play that?
I don't remember any Shaggy being on the show yesterday. I think we need to appeal this.
I've never had a block.
Shaggy!
I love how Hank Williams is like, no impact. You're good.
Well, we had Angel playing the other day.
Maybe that had to be Angel.
But
okay.
I don't think that played yesterday, though. Am I wrong?
You're my angel, my dog.
I'm familiar with the song.
Yeah, I know you
Shaggy!
are. Shaggy! Did he not play that yesterday? I think he
never
did.
says it like that, first of all.
Shaggy!
he's never once said Shaggy!
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 Shaggy! It's better than your impersonation of me working at Toys R Us.
Well, I mean, that's just funny. So Shaggy got us banned globally.
Banned globally, and Kanye apparently in 231 territories. I like how it says territories, by the way.
Who would have thought that Shaggy had more universal appeal and pull than Kanye West? Or Hank Williams Jr., for that matter. So, this is classic Big X, classic Rutherford show.
Okay.
The show from the summer that people probably wanted to listen to the most. We got more attention yesterday for the show than probably any other one that we've done since the transfer portal stuff has cooled down. The one that people want to go back and listen to the most is the one show that is globally unavailable.
And it got us in the United States, because I'm clearly not going to name all 241 categories on here, but they are listed in alphabetical order, including Afghanistan, Albania.
Well, you say globally. We don't need to list all the countries.
No. This is the Kanye West.
Well, I don't care about Kanye West. We got banned globally for Shaggy. I mean, should we be scared to play music? Period. Now from these artists.
Well, not Shaggy, I guess.
We didn't play it. I feel like not every song was going for a minute and a half. So now I'm a little bit worried that all of our shows are going to wind up. We're on their radar now. UMG's got us in their crosshairs. I don't like this.
That does worry me.
People want to watch the show. People want to listen to the show.
I mean, I never got us banned. At least not in America.
I mean, Ian just mic drops by just nuking the entire show. And then he's just gone forever. Ridiculous. I don't know what to do with this.
I mean, it is pretty insane.
It's something. It's not great. Got to get this figured out.
I've never been blocked globally.
We can't get blocked again. We can't make this happen.
We can't get blocked again.
Besides the global blocking of the show, which, I mean, right now the stream is going fine. We have not been blocked. UMG has not gotten us yet today.
Who did you think it was when you looked up UMG clients?
Well, when I first typed in the UMG clients, I couldn't find anybody that we played yesterday because it's basically every big name in music.
Okay.
Taylor Swift, Kendrick Lamar, Billie Eilish, Drake, Post Malone, Sabrina Carpenter, Olivia Rodrigo, and Lady Gaga.
And we've played a bunch of those.
We have, but not yesterday.
No, that's true.
It was all yesterday because yesterday's show is the only one that is completely unavailable on the YouTube channel, and I don't like that. I don't. We got to get that figured out. Maybe we'll use all this new legalese talk to get us unbanned.
I think I can clip where the music's out and have it reposted.
Did you see? Speaking of clippings, I got to give a shout out to my guy, not Lincoln Keenholz on Twitter, which is a good U of L account. But he was trying to, do some of the stuff that producers typically do, where they clip stuff from the show and put it out on social media. Not that that's what you do. Just saying.
I'm a board op, not a producer.
It's great for show recognition and branding to have these types of clips out there. It's great work. But not Lincoln Keenholz. He clipped the portion of yesterday's show when I was reeling off the stats for guys that have become better three-point shooters after leaving North Carolina, which is a good clip.
Good
But
stat.
I noticed it's a lot of – he'd do a lot of editing. And I was like, oh, my God, he just had to edit out all of the TK interruptions. Like every single time I'm talking, you're like, that's a lot. And then it just cuts right to me saying something else right after it. And he was like, actually, I had to get the video under 2 minutes. I love the stats that you showed, but I was just like, everyone was like, God love you for going through all the Trevor interruptions there, stepping on the cliff, which was wonderful.
No, well, maybe to you, I'm kind of personally insulted, to be honest with you.
Well, that's the work that you would have to do if you actually clip stuff from the show to spread on social media.
What would take longer and more tedious to do? Cut out Trevor clips and additions to a clip, or edit Pulp Fiction for cable?
Oh, that's a good question.
Or Wolf of Wall Street, for that matter.
They're probably on the same playing field. It's probably an equal.
Anytime I see one of those movies on cable and I'm watching it edited, I'm thinking, I just feel bad for the dude who had to do that. Like, it took him hours and days.
That's how I felt for not linking Keynotes last night. As I'm listening, I'm like, this is great work, great clip, and then I'm like, oh, every single time Trevor's about to interject, it just like cuts to me saying something else.
Why did it have to be cut out, by the way?
Because you're adding nothing to the conversation.
Well, you don't know that. You didn't even hear the clips.
It's just you being like, that's a lot better. That's good.
Well, so
at least we didn't have Ian just stepping over everything for the entire time.
I mean, you're telling me a little extra DVD commentary doesn't help? Ask Armageddon. I think it did a pretty good job in that movie.
Well, I think they took their time talking one at a time behind the scenes.
I listen. I'm a fan of Lincoln Keynotes. Not Lincoln Keynotes. I'm not maybe not a fan of.
He did say I loved. He did respond with "Gotta love TK."
Well, could he take all the clips he pulled of me and put them together like in a montage and like play those together?
I actually would love it, just Trevor only clips where it's just like, because it would make no sense whatsoever. It would just be you responding to stuff and being like, I was working at a coffee shop and that song played, and it would just immediately jump to you being like, well, the problem with adding Trimble, and like talking sports for a second, and then going right back to being like, yeah, it's like in trading places a little bit there when 3 Men and a Baby. It's my impression of you.
Because I used that reference yesterday off the air, you punk.
You did. Absolutely.
That was off air. That was between you and I. That was a private conversation.
We've got some.
It did creep me out.
Well, it's creepy. We've got some other stuff to get to on the Seth Trimble front, but let's start today with what we found out last night. We've been talking a lot about other 5-for-5 players that could become eligible that Louisville might target, specifically on the football side of things, and through some sleuthing and just just looking at players that are actually fitting the criteria right now. I said last week there are 4 players that technically played for Louisville last season who could, because of this injunction in Colorado, come back and play football for Louisville for one more year. And 3 of them were big-time contributors last year on the defense. Jabari back at cornerback, not Lincoln Keenels, D'Angelo Hutchinson at safety, Caleb Perry at linebacker / cornerback / whatever, and then Bobby Golden at wide receiver. 2 of those players are now involved in a lawsuit, or just a suit, to try and get themselves eligible to play in the state of Kentucky. There was a suit. This got kind of circulated a little bit last night, primarily because Mark Mitchell, the Missouri transfer who everybody and their mother believes is going to go to UK, is involved in this lawsuit. Kentucky fans found that, and they very quickly pointed out, hey, state of Kentucky. If you look closer, you're like, oh, there are other players on here, including D'Angelo Hutchinson and Jabari Mack. The other players that were involved in this lawsuit, I don't actually recognize the names. I'm sure some of them are basketball, some of them are football. But for our purposes, the big names that are out there are Mitchell for UK and then 2 football players who could play for us. Now, originally, there was set to be a hearing this morning at 10:30. Apparently, that has been pushed back to 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. Brian Edwards is the judge. And I'm told that he is in these types of situations, a guy who typically is going to grant these types of situations. Like it would be, according to I don't know if they want me to name them. Like I want to give them credit because I'm just sort of regurgitating what they've told me, but maybe they want to stay quiet behind the scenes. But according to the legal people that I've discussed this with, they've all said it would be a pretty big shock if he didn't grant a preliminary injunction in this case. So you are almost certainly going to have, at least momentarily, D'Angelo Hutchinson and Jabari Mack eligible to rejoin the football team. The bigger news for UK is obviously Mark Mitchell, presumably getting set to join the Kentucky basketball team. Now, here's an element of this that I don't think is going to happen. But do you want to hear, Trevor Kelsey, the dream scenario in all this?
Yeah, be positive. Let's start positive.
This is the dream scenario.
This is the dream.
So Edwards has the ability. If you want, he's a judge. We found out judges can just do whatever the hell they want, right?
Apparently so.
Yeah, I mean, they're just wrecking college athletics right at the 11th hour. Not wrecking, but opening up an entire new problem for everybody.
I should have been a judge.
If you can get, it's great work if you can find it.
Yeah.
He could, theoretically, deem the players eligible for a 5th year. But he doesn't have to go all the way by saying, like, they're completely eligible in every way, shape, or form. He could uphold a portion of the NCAA's original ruling, which says if you've played 4 years, 4 seasons in 4 years, you haven't signed a professional contract, you can play a 5th year, but only for the school that you played for last season. So imagine a world where Brian Edwards, a judge who I believe went to Northwestern and then UK Law School, but I know has direct ties to, I'm told, kind of grew up a Card fan. He's a Ballard alum. Maybe he could pull one over a little bit and say, they're eligible to play, but we're upholding the portion of the NCAA ruling that forces them to play for the team that they suited up for last year. So D'Angelo Hutchinson, Jabari Mack, you guys are good. Welcome back to the Cardinal football team. Mark Mitchell, you can play basketball next season, but you got to go back to Missouri. Imagine the fallout, the bleep storm locally. If you've got Kentucky fans who are like, this judge allowed the football players at U of L to go back to U of L, but gave maybe our best player for next season, they gave him right back to a conference rival. That's the dream scenario right now. Let me be clear. I don't think that's going to happen. I expect him to grant the entire thing where those players are eligible and they can go wherever the hell they want. But the fact that that's even a remote possibility just makes my
brick up
a little bit bricked up. I was going to say my humor sense is tingle because it would be the funniest thing of all time. I mean, what would we do? It'd be the greatest radio show of all time if that happens tomorrow.
Now, what would separate, like, what makes Trimble's situation different than Mitchell's? Is because Trimble was in the portal technically or something, or?
It's not really different, honestly.
So, like, the judge did rule that, like, does that mean Louisville doesn't get Trimble then?
No. This would just be Trimble was a part of a different lawsuit.
Okay.
The class action lawsuit, which encompassed everybody. This is now an individual lawsuit. This is sort of what I was saying at the end of yesterday's show.
Confusing.
I know it is. And this was what I was building up to it yesterday and saying I'm about to give some unsolicited legal advice from a 1L dropout from law school.
1L.
But I said, if I'm Seth Trimble or if I'm U of L and I'm advising Seth Trimble, I would get his name on one of these lawsuits as well, just to be able, if nothing else, you've got something to fall back on if this original lawsuit, the full-on appeal that the NCAA has filed, does somehow get upheld, say, in the middle of February. And then it's like, oh, my God, this guy who's played a key role on this team that is now gearing up for the NCAA tournament is ineligible. If you have your own personal injunction granted by a judge, which I think should be easy to find considering they're handing them out like hotcakes right now, you could at least go through the legal process, which is notoriously tedious. File your own appeals and say, like, I had this injunction. This goes against that. I'm appealing this. And if nothing else, the appeal process would carry you to the end of the season. And I did relay that to someone kind of in the know yesterday. I was like, hey, have you guys thought about this? Like, feel free to not take advice from someone who's a terrible law student and who dropped out after his first year, but
and avoided it on Wednesdays.
No law Wednesdays was the thing. Now we do full law Wednesdays on the radio, apparently. But I was like, hey, like, this is something you guys should look into. I think there are some attorneys out there that would be willing to handle this for you. And they're like, well, you know, we'll think about it. And I was like, how about you just do it? How about we just, if we lose Seth Trimble in the middle of February and it was entirely avoidable, people are going to be pissed off. I'm going to be pissed off, and I think it's going to be justified outrage. Let's take our first break. We went over a little bit there. We've got another legal story to get to. Jeff Brom, contract drama or not? We'll talk about it after the break. We also have a couple other thoughts on Seth Trimble. The fallout, the response nationally has been big. We'll say what other people are saying after the break. Keep it locked right here. It's the Rutherford Show, 1450, 96.1, Big X Sports Radio. Can we play this?
Here come the jesters.
Here we get banned in New Jersey.
It's all about my fantasy. I love the music and I love to see the crowd dancing in the aisles and singing out loud. Yeah.
John Spears for M&M Cartage. You see those trucks riding down the road with the M&M Cartage sign? You could be a driver or work as a mechanic on one of those trucks. For 45 years, M&M Cartage has been a locally family-owned transportation company, and they're currently hiring those drivers and mechanics. To join their team, go online to mmcartage.com to apply. Headquartered in Louisville with locations in Cincinnati, Indianapolis, Morristown, Tennessee, and Detroit. That's mmcartage.com to apply.
Defining a new era in men's health, Gameday Mens Health delivers real results. No shortcuts. From testosterone replacement, weight loss, to peptides, vitamins, and sexual performance therapy, they will have you covered. From their in-house lab that gives you answers in just 15 minutes in our clinic that is designed for men who value speed, privacy, and most importantly, results. Visit GamedayMensHealth.com. Real men, real science, real change. Visit GamedayMensHealth.com.
Roosters is the place to watch your favorite teams play. From college to the pros, Roosters has all the games. Plus, you're going to love the food at Roosters. Come watch the games and enjoy 79-cent boneless wings every Monday. Roosters with 6 Kentuckiana locations: Dixie Highway, Preston Highway, Fern Creek, Shelbyville Road, Springhurst, and in Clarksville.
T.A. Jenkins and T.A. Jenkins Company, LLC, proud sponsor of high school basketball on the Big X. Call Terry Jenkins at 812-989-7381 for your residential and commercial construction needs. Design, build, or remodel, it's T.A. Jenkins Company, LLC, located in New Albany. Email Terry at tajenkins@tajenkinsco.com. That's Ginkins. T.A. Jenkins Company.
Swing into the action at Park Mammoth Golf Club, a breathtaking and challenging course just off I-65 in Park City, Kentucky. Stay in the know with the Park Mammoth Golf Club app. Get course updates, special offers, GPS, gift cards, and easy tee time bookings. After your round, unwind at the Mammoth Grill, where delicious food meets stunning course views in our brand new clubhouse. Visit parkmammothgolfclub.com and experience the best in golf today.
Guns, gears, and great deals. Say it with me. Everything concealed carry. With over 1,000 firearms in stock, you'll find exactly what you're looking for. Shop SIG, Smith & Wesson, HK, Glock, and more. Plus the best selection of used guns in Louisville. Looking for premium? Check out Kimber, Dan Wesson at Wilson Combat. We pay cash for guns, and we always have specials. Visit Everything Concealed Carry, 10306 Taylorsville Road in the heart of J-Town. Everything Concealed Carry, your best shot at a great deal.
Looking for bargains, hidden treasures, or your next great find? Don't miss the Clarksville Community Yard Sale at Gateway Park, 500 Little League Boulevard on Saturday, August 29th from 8 a.m. until noon. Dozens of sellers will be in one place with clothes, toys, tools, home goods, and more. Come ready to shop, save, and maybe find that perfect item you didn't know you needed. The event is rain or shine, so grab a friend and come treasure hunting.
This is Dugan Ryan. I would love the opportunity to talk with you about how we can help grow your business and have your business's brand associated with Big X Sports Radio. Give me a call today at 812-725-1457.
There will at least be more dry time than stormy time today, but when we do get a thunderstorm, just keep in mind localized heavy rainfall amounts will be possible because there's so much moisture in the air. High today right around 90 with the feels-like temperature right around 100 degrees. Now, later on tonight into early Friday, more storms may drop into Indiana. Some of those could be strong. We'll watch it from the Wave Storm Tracking Team. I'm Brian Good.
This is Kentuckiana's only locally owned sports talk, The Big X, AM 1450 and 96.1 FM, WXVW Jeffersonville.
Look at them yo-yos, that's the way you do it. You play the guitar on the MTV.
I feel like something's happening now. So we had the show got banned globally yesterday by a label that owns basically all of the big modern artists.
See, it doesn't happen when I play my 60s, does it?
That's exactly where I'm going. All these artists that Trevor just hates, these Selena Gomez and Olivia Rodrigo and Billie Eilish, not Eyelash, Sabrina Carpenter, Justin Bieber, they're all under the major UMG label.
Yep.
This is only going to embolden Trevor to continue to play songs from the 70s and early 80s that nobody's ever heard of.
Your apologies accepted.
And you're going to be justified. I'm going to be like, well, it's better than having the show blocked, I guess, so let's let him do it.
I feel like this is the closest I'll get to like Mike saying, you're right, I'm wrong.
I mean, I'm not going that far. It's a global conspiracy against the show and our music.
Today's music is actually going to be interesting because it is literally all on a whim. Fell asleep kind of early last night.
Isn't it like 90% of the shows?
No, I usually do the music the night before.
Okay.
I think maybe one time in any show we've ever done together, I've never done music.
Didn't you just say this 2 days ago that's exactly
No,
what
I
happened?
did like earlier that day.
I think you said that you'd forgot.
No, I didn't forget. I never forget. I knew it.
We need to go check the tape. I'm pretty sure on Tuesday's show, literally 48 hours ago, you said that you'd forgotten to do the music.
No. If I'd forgotten, we wouldn't have music. So, but I couldn't use my arm hardly at all, my right arm especially. So it was difficult to go on to do like my phone. And I was like, you know what? And not to mention where I was in like state of mind at that point last night. I was like, I probably shouldn't be doing any music. So I'm just going to do it all tomorrow. And we're just going to go on how I feel as the show goes along. Okay. So the first song was Money for Nothing because, came out in 1985.
I mean, I guess that works.
Did Corey leave his questions in there today?
Corey left his questions in here.
Corey gave some hard freaking questions.
So should I try to do them myself?
You will not get hardly any.
I'm sure you're right. I mean, Corey, his trivia is like insane half the time.
And the crazy thing is he looks all this up, so I mean, props to him on that. But like, yeah, some of them are very hard. What are you looking at? Like they all either have roll or call in the name of the question.
Yeah, I mean, like, questions like these. To the nearest mile, what is the straight line distance from this radio station to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland? I don't know.
I think it was 309, by the way, or something.
I was gonna guess 511.
That's
309's exactly right.
He asks that question almost like once every couple weeks, and I don't think we've ever come close to getting it.
Nor should you.
I mean, there was 1 week was like, what's the straight mile distance from the farthest east of Kentucky to the farthest west of Kentucky? And we're like, I don't know.
My dad, by the way, says tell Trevor to keep the Dire Straits music coming.
Ooh, okay.
He is the biggest Dire Straits fan in the world.
I love this song.
Yesterday, they picked up his new dog. He's very excited about the new dog they got from Columbus. And he said yesterday was Mark Knopfler's birthday. Big guy from Dire Straits.
Yes, I'm a Dire Straits fan. So what kind of dog did they get?
English setter.
Okay. So they had to go to a breeder to get it, I guess, up in Ohio?
Well, it's a rescue. So it had been the family that had it. It's been to two different families, and they can't take care of it. So, yeah, Dad has been so close to getting it. Both of their dogs had passed away in the last year, including, like, Dad's BFF, Fitz, the Irish setter. And so my dad's the biggest dog guy in the world. He's been desperate for a new dog. He's had a couple of close calls where they thought they had the dog, and then it ends up going to somebody else. So he's very excited to have the new dog.
How long has he been without a dog?
I mean, it's been like 6 months now, I think.
That's about my limit.
Or maybe,
probably.
I mean, it may be a little bit longer. Maybe about it. No, it's been over a year because I was there when poor Fitz passed away, which was very sad. But yeah, they have a new dog now, Ben, in the house.
I don't think I'd go a year. I've had a dog.
I don't think I could either.
Since I was probably 12, and I think the longest I've ever gone with having one was when between the last one and the current ones, I was like 4 months maybe. But that was it. I can't do it.
See, the song "Call Me Maybe" by Carly Rae Jepsen was released how many years after the song "Call Me" by Blondie?
I'd like to point out, by the way,
"Call Me Maybe" was, I think, 2012.
We got this one right, by the way.
"Call Me" by Blondie, I'm assuming, is like 1983, 84. Now that the hard part becomes doing the math there.
You tell me about it.
Is that 32 years?
You're close. I think it was 31.
Ugh!
You're off on the years. Called Me was, I think, 2011.
2011, and then "Call Me Maybe" was 1980. Right?
The funny part was I said "Call Me Maybe" was 81. He had 2012, so we got it right, but had the wrong year. We're both off.
Good trivia question.
There's some tough ones in there, man.
Also, happy 56th birthday to Elvis Gerback.
Yeah, that was correct.
I
got that one wrong, but I did get most of the birthdays right, I think.
DeMarcus Cousins, get out of here.
He was 36, I believe.
I've also, before we get to the Jeff Brom stuff, John had his first kind of extended day of school. He's never gone like the full like big kid day. They have lunch. It's called Lunch Bunch in preschool, and we do it. We're doing the same thing we did with Virginia a couple of years ago, where he's there twice a week for Lunch Bunch. So I'm sitting in carpool line to pick him up, and I'm turning on, of course, Big X Sports Radio.
Of course,
because I don't even. What else is on?
That was earlier today, correct?
This was like 1:50. So this is you and Peak wrapping up KRC.
Krista Plummer chiming in.
Peak is smack talking, and
yeah.
I'm going to say this lovingly. I really like Peak. I don't think he's cut out for the trolling game.
You don't think he can handle it?
I think he's trying to figure out his avenue in all this, and what I'm supposed to do, and how do I make some waves? How do I get some attention? He's not cut out for the trolling game.
He's nice.
He's too nice.
He is nice.
He's also very smart. He doesn't need to lower himself. He's doing the bottom of the barrel, lowest of the low, 6-year-old rivalry discourse with the whole, well, Louisville's only won 2 national titles.
Well, he says 2.5.
Same thing. He's like, I checked the NCAA rate. He's trying to do that thing, which when I'm arguing with that person, which is usually like GoCats42069 with 3 followers on Twitter.
That's my burner account.
Those are the people that go to that. That's when you know, like, all right, we're not having this is an equal battle of talents. It's time for me to just eject. Like, there's no point even paying any attention to you.
Is it like when
he's too good for that?
It's kind of like when you're arguing with somebody like, well, I make more money than you. It's like, okay, you've lost this argument clearly.
When you play that card or something where, it's like, oh, we could just go outside and I could kick your ass.
Yeah.
I'm like, we're talking about fantasy football. We're not,
we were discussing presidential candidates.
We're not 2 41-year-olds who are going to get in a fist fight over fantasy football. That you just know that I'm right.
Those are some of those ones where they don't want to. They're admitting they're tapping out without admitting they're tapping out.
Kentucky fans are also like this is an all-time. They're going back to where we were in the old days before the troubles. I'm not talking about overseas in Ireland. They're getting nervous again. They're getting nervous again. Like there is so much. For a long time, it was like, you're not even fun to make fun of. And I'm like, yeah, we get it. We won 4 games. What can you say? You can't kick us. We're already dead. Now, there's a whole lot of, Pat Kelsey is pathetic. If he doesn't win a national title, I would just riot if I'm Louisville. He hasn't even won any big games. Like, there's so much not paying attention to what's going on inside of your own house. It's remarkable. They're talking about how we need to have some pride. I'm like, we kicked your ass last year. And we're a better team. You guys were a 7 seed. Mark Pope has done nothing. You're acting like you're still sitting on, like you're acting like this is the Calipari, the golden years when Louisville was really struggling in 09-10. When he comes on the scene, he's got John Wall and we've got Edgar Sosa and we're kind of going through the motions and they're like, oh, you didn't win it last year as the number 1 overall seed. Rick doesn't have it anymore. This is not that. We were better than you last year. Everyone thinks we're going to be better than you again this year, and they're all like, oh, well, what happens if you're not? What happens if you're not? What happens if you guys suck?
You guys were just one half-court Hail Mary shot away from being out in the first round.
But if you're going to say, well, you're a half 2013, you're a half first-round exit. You basically lost to Santa Clara last year in the first round of the NCAA tournament.
Can we coin that term in some way? Like,
why not?
If you win one game and you win it on a buzzer beater, like a miracle.
It's a half win.
That's Arkansas in 81. You know what they got over us? A half win. U.S. Reed half-court shot, win. You
know what? I'm calling that. That team was going to win the national title if they didn't lose that game. That's another half national title. We're back to 3. We've got 3 overall. Half in 81, half in 2013. Kentucky fans have to acknowledge us as having 1 fewer national title than you since black people were allowed to play the sport.
Don't tell Rupp that.
I'm just saying. Congrats on those 4 titles when, Billy Jenkins was the most athletic kid in college basketball. There you go.
Cliff Hagan was Michael Jordan.
He can touch the net.
Wasn't
that bad? And then, then the black people started playing, and then they're like, we can't dunk. Outlaw the dunk. It's not fair.
Kareem, yeah.
These are the titles that Kentucky, takes so much pride in.
Was there 4 of them before?
4 of them before black people were allowed to play the game.
When was it? I guess I don't know this exact integration year, but yeah. Because the first one I think it was like CCNY won it with like 4 black starters in the 60s.
CCNY.
CCNY, no longer a school. They were part of also that point shaving issue, which, by the way, you know who else was involved in that?
Bryce.
Kentucky.
Oh.
You remember the people? Because
take another half national title away.
I mean, they
got 3.5 titles.
They had a whole year that was taken away. They got a 1-year death ban because of point shaving.
Not the only time it happened. Let's talk about the Jeff Brom contract extension. So, Jeff Brom, this was before Trev 2.0 started. You know, we all thought that the contract stuff was solved in December. You know, he had said, I would love a new deal or something along, not that outright, but he had implied that, would obviously love a new deal. Josh Hurd had said, we're going to get this done. And then it's all radio silence, pun absolutely intended, because then Jeff Brom comes on this show, and I'm like, hey, what's up with that contract? Sounded like everything was good. Are we good? And he's like, we're not good.
And Jeff was already in a bad mood when he found out I wasn't here.
That's exactly what happened. He was just grumpy. He's like, I thought Trev was back.
Where's that salad guy?
Where's the salad guy? It's not who I remember answering the phone. But so he's like, I don't want to talk about it. That's all I'll say. And it causes this huge storm, and then these stories get out there about Jeff and Josh have been at odds for a while, and the story comes out that Josh had tried to talk with him about negotiating the contract, and Jeff had kicked him out of the office. And about a week after that, they're like, we've got this done. We figured this out. We've come to a deal. Jeff is going to be the coach here for several years. We did what was best for the university. Let's go. Unbeknownst to, I think, most people, just because they agreed to terms does not mean that the deal was officially signed. Because once you agree to the big stuff that's out there, I mean, you've got the main figures, the AD and the coach, and I'm sure they're direct agents who say, here are the main things that we're laying out. Okay, we're good. We can get this done. After that, the respective lawyers on both sides are going through the minor details. And sometimes this takes a long time. They want little itty-bitty issues ironed out, but we know how stuff works. Again, behind-the-scenes legalese stuff takes forever. So as of Monday, August 10th, according to records that were obtained by the Courier-Journal, in particular Peyton Titus, Jeff Brom has now signed his contract. Officially official. And
all right, that feels good.
We've got some of the details that are out there. By the way, Josh Hurd did talk to the CJ on Thursday, this morning, and said about why didn't either party put pen to paper up until now. We thought this was done. He said, I think everybody's always like, all right, the board approved it, should be signed tomorrow. What we present to the board is a term sheet, and those are the main deal points of a contract. And then the lawyers get involved, and that's what happened here. I know Jeff and I didn't talk about it one time. It's all, this word needs to change, that word needs to change, and it's just lawyers being lawyers. I do love Josh Hurd just like bleeping lawyers, man.
That's what I was thinking.
We need lawyers.
Bloodsuckers.
These absolute a-holes. So it's done now. And here's what we know about the contract. Again, via the Courier-Journal's Peyton Titus. His base salary, so Jeff, when he first got hired here back in 2023, his base salary was $5 million. That number was set to increase by $100,000 in each of the first 6 years of his contract. So going up to as much as $5.5 million in 2028. That's a great deal for Louisville, but one that you're probably not going to get away with if the guy comes in and has immediate success, which is what Jeff's done. I know everyone's waiting for the playoff appearance, but 10 wins, 9 wins is a pretty solid 3-year run at a program like Louisville. So in his new contract, Brom's salary will eventually get as high to as $8.7 million per year in 2032. He'll start out this upcoming season. He's going to make $6.3 million base, $6.55 million with a retention bonus. That goes to $7.95 in 2027, $8.3 in 2028, $8.4 in 2029, $8.5, et cetera, until we get to $8.7 in 2032. His base salary will be $7.8 million in 2033, and then at that point they will have had to have either renegotiated a contract or, we'll see with the retention bonus, create a retention bonus for him to come back in the 2034 season.
The optimist in me would like to think, that contract will be renegotiated after he wins his national title long before 2032.
Ideally, that's what happens.
Yeah.
We win the Natty this year, and they're like, I know we just signed a new deal. We're giving you more. Let's go.
Now, you know what would happen. I mean, it definitely would.
As far as bonuses are concerned, this is what I always love reading. Remember when we had the contract deals for when Chris Mack resigned, and we ended up having Mike Pegues take over for the rest of the year. And we were looking at like if Mike Pegues took this team, which was like 8-11 at that point, and won a national title, they're like $25,000 bonus. I was like, they should rename the city after him if he wins a national title with this team. Are you kidding me?
I do remember those were very ridiculous.
They were extremely low. I was like, if this guy wins the national, he gets a lifetime deal, and the whole city gets named Peguesville at that point. But so I love looking over the incentives. So
I wish I could see these with you, but I don't know.
He can achieve these incentives multiple times during the term, but his annual compensation is capped at $12 million. So if he hits every goal and wins the national title a couple years from now, he still can't make more than $12 million total. I'm going to ask you. I'm going to make you guess here.
Not a bad salary, by the way.
I would take $12 million
to
coach football for a year, for sure. If Louisville makes the college football playoff,
okay,
what do you think the bonus is for him?
Just makes the playoffs?
Just makes the playoff.
500,000?
500,000 is exactly right.
All right. I told you I don't have this in front of me, so this is a guess.
That's very impressive.
Thank you.
Super impressive. I mean, do we feel like I feel like that's pretty much justified?
I think that's right. I was either that or $1 million, but yeah. I think with the expectations that we have, I think 500,000 is a reasonable bonus.
Now, if Louisville makes the quarterfinals, which could be you could technically start in the quarterfinals if you're a top 4 seed, or you'd have to win a first-round game to make the quarterfinals. What do you think the bonus is there?
I'll say $1 million.
$1 million is exactly correct. You are 2 for 2. Let's see how far Trevor Kelsey can take this.
I was not his attorney in this negotiations, I promise.
You should have been. You're the new Sean Freiberg. If Louisville makes the semifinals, what's the bonus?
Well, better question is, do we give out rings?
We're not Ole Miss.
Semifinals, it's the Final Four. I don't want to go in the right pattern. I'm gonna say $2 million.
Less.
1.5.
Less.
Oh, 1.2.
1.25 is the semifinal appearance.
It's only 250,000 for winning one more game. Okay.
Apparently, yeah. That's we got to pay transfer portal guards somewhere. So at some point we got to stop. What about if we make the championship game but lose? What's the bonus?
What did you say his base salary was again?
For this, I mean, it changes every year, but this year it's 6.55.
$6 million. Okay. I'll say $3 million. Oh no. If we lose the title,
yes.
Make it but lose it. I'll say $2 million because we only got 250 for last round. I mean,
1.5.
So 250 for each game.
And then what do you think winning a national title? What do you think the bonus is?
I mean, got to be like $4 million, right?
$2 million.
$2 million.
I'm with you. Like I'm fine with the build-up. If we won a national title, I would be like, it would take everything. This is why I would be a terrible AD. I would just be like, $100 million. If you win a national title for Louisville in football, I'd be like, key to the city, all the women you want. Like, everybody has to do whatever you want for the rest of your life in this city. You could lose every game for the rest of your life, and we're still going to pay you $5 million every year until you die. Also, like, the stadium becomes Braum Stadium. I would go way over the top where I'm like, Louisville winning a national title in football is something that my brain, even with Indiana doing what they've done the last 2 years, can't really compute. I know we've been in the mix a couple of times.
We had a Heisman winner. I mean, I always thought I would never see that either, really. I mean,
still, though, like a national title in football would be, if you, like, I see it as more feasible than I did when I was a kid, for sure.
Yeah.
But it's still something that I would, like, my natural instinct is to be like, I'll compensate you whatever you want. I mean, like that's a miracle. Let's go.
We are like kind of less than 20 years, or about 20 years removed from a year where we could have easily been competing for or played for the national title if it wasn't for one right game at Rutgers.
But that's kind of the story with Louisville football, isn't it? Like a lot of we were right there. A lot of coulds, would have, should have.
I'm assuming like the bonuses are also based slightly on like what they can say. If they thought there was no chance of happening, the bonus would be like $5 million for winning it, opposed to $2 million. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So that makes me wonder, what was Sinadi's like incentives when he got to Indiana? Like,
that's a great question.
Because I mean, and were they year by year? Because if he got to Indiana, and this is a 3-win team. I mean, we don't need to go over Indiana's history. We all know how bad it is.
Very bad.
I mean,
do you know what it was?
His winning a national title could have been like $10 million.
Do you want to take a guess as to what it was? I've got his bonuses right in front of me.
Now, is this based on after his first year or going into his first?
This was his contract that was last year.
Okay. So that could have gone down because he had to play off his first year. I I'll say $5 million.
$2 million.
Only 2?
It's super similar. I mean, you realize that like a lot of the agents working with these coaches and ADs, like they all kind of hear the same things. So I'm sure there's a base template to go off of because these numbers are very similar to what we just saw with Jeff Brom. His appearance in the playoff was worth $500K, less than Jeff. Quarterfinals, $600K. Semifinals, $700K. Appearing in the title game, $1 million. And the national title paid him $2 million. So his bonuses are actually less than Jeff.
I mean, the bonuses are like not like who gives a bleep money. It's like just pay me more yearly then, I guess.
Now, he also had bonuses set up, and I don't know if Jeff has these in his contract. He got $1 million for winning the Big Ten. Okay. He got, for winning 6 games in the Big Ten, he got a $150,000 bonus. He got a $50,000 bonus for being the Big Ten Coach of the Year and a $100,000 bonus for being the National Coach of the Year. I still feel like that's low. It's Indiana, for God's sake.
That's what I'm thinking. I mean, winning 6 games in Indiana, I think would get you $2 million alone.
I feel like, again, why I'd be the worst AD. If I'm at a program like Indiana or anywhere that has been historically just terrible at football, I'd be like, yeah, I mean, whatever, dude. Yeah, you win a national title, we'll give you $15 million. Well, I'd love to see that happen, and then it happens, and I'm like, well, good news is I've led an athletic program that's won a national title in the most important sport. Bad news is I constructed a contract that's going to make us bankrupt for the next 15 years, so we're never going to win anything in any sport ever again. But was it worth it? You tell me.
I know we got to go to break. I'm going to ask you this question. You can think about it.
Okay.
Who's the new Indiana?
Us.
No, it's not us because we've never been that bad.
Oh, I thought you meant like the team that's going to be going.
No, like who is that new in like? Usually, like when you're going to make
the token football program that just sucks.
It's always kind of like when people talk about NFL, they'll say Bengals, which is unfair a little bit.
See, I feel like there's always been 5, like because you always look at the basketball.
Indiana was always in one of them, though.
It's always been, to me at least, Indiana, Duke, Kansas, Kentucky. Honestly, and that's not a rivalry thing.
I think Kansas more the best one you said.
I feel like Vanderbilt has been in that mix for a long time. They've gotten a lot better recently. Northwestern is kind of in that mix, even though they've had their ups and downs.
We had the 90s Rose Bowl.
They had a nice run in the 90s. Yeah. They've been sort of ass ever since then. But any school that you can Northwestern doesn't count for this, but any school that you can say is more of a basketball school, typically they're going to be on that list because, basketball schools are, the old saying is, they're football schools that just haven't gotten good at football yet.
Because to me, it was like Indiana and Baylor were like the 2 go-tos when I was a kid. Of like, you want to talk about like just crap.
Baylor was terrible.
And Baylor turned it around with Browse and RG3.
I mean, Duke, I feel like Duke is way up there.
Yeah, Duke's right there. They had the one little blimp with Spurrier, but no one even, I mean, they tied the ACC first place, and they were like 7 wins.
I'm contractually obligated to remind everybody that Duke once successfully argued in court that they didn't have to pay us an exit fee for canceling a game with us because quite literally any team at any level of football would have provided the same value as a win over Duke would have at that point. It was an effective legal argument, and they didn't have to pay us because of that. They lost a lot of pride, but they didn't lose a lot of money.
I think Kansas, they had the 1 year with the big fat dude, I know, when they had not Chase Daniel, but they went to the –
yeah.
Other than that, yeah, they might be it, man. They might be.
They're up there for sure.
That's a good one.
I mean, like, okay, the best way to ask it, and we can come back with this, like, which one of those programs could you least visualize winning the national title? Like, because I could never envision Indiana for the life of me winning a national championship in football and storming the field and the fans being there and all this stuff. Which one of those is the least easy to visualize ever winning a national title in football?
Like the easiest to visualize or not to visualize?
Like it looks totally wrong when you picture it.
Vanderbilt and Kansas, but those two right there with
me. To me, it's Kansas and Duke. Those are the ones that I can't ever see. It would just look totally wrong. Totally wrong.
Kansas is so bad, they were the only real school in the movie Unnecessary Roughness that they actually beat. The fictional school beat.
It's a great fact as well. Let's take a break. When we come back, we'll check in on the Gameday Men's Health text line, 512-414-1450, as well as the Thornton's YouTube stream. Your hour is up next. It's the Rutherford Show, 1450 96.1, Big X Sports Radio.
Hey there, New Albany. This is Mayor Jeff Gahan. It's another year here in our River City, and what better time to show your support for our high school's athletic programs. Whether it's basketball or football, track and field or soccer, swimming, or tennis, our Bulldogs are giving it their all on the field and court. So let's rally behind them, New Albany. Come out to the games, cheer them on, and let's make some noise. Let's show everyone what it means to be a part of the best city in southern Indiana. Go Bulldogs!
Honey Baked Ham in New Albany is the perfect spot for a healthy alternative to fast food. They provide a variety of freshly made sandwiches, as well as salads and delicious soups. And you can dine in or take it to go. They also have many dinner options such as ham, turkey, frozen sides, and desserts, which provide a complete meal. Catering is also available for small groups or large gatherings. Call Honey Baked Ham today, 812-941-9426, or visit them, 3602 North Cape Court, Suite 23 in New Albany.
Pratt Sporting Goods is Southern Indiana's team sports specialist and is your local Adidas team product dealer. Pratt specializes in outfitting your team, organization, club, or business in apparel, hard goods, and accessories from Adidas and many others. Kratz offers fundraising opportunities for your team, organization, or club through online web stores. Let our friendly staff get you started today by calling 812-282-5400 or visit and shop at our website at kratsports.com.
Guns, Gears, Deal. It's everything concealed carry. With over 1,000 firearms in stock, we've got what you're looking for. Fast. SIG, Smith & Wesson, HK, Glock, plus the best selection of used guns in Louisville. Looking for premium? Kimber, Dan Wesson, Wilson Combat. Selling? We've got selling. We pay cash for guns, and we always have specials. Don't wait. Get in today. Everything Concealed Carry, 10306 Taylorsville Road in the heart of J-Town. Everything Concealed Carry. Serious selection, serious value.
Options. When it comes to insurance, that's exactly what you deserve. I'm Chad Hennessy with InsureMax, and I've been proudly serving the Louisville area for over 25 years. As an independent agent, we work with Auto Owners Insurance to find coverage that fits you, not the other way around. InsureMax delivers strength, service, and peace of mind through partners like Auto Owners Insurance. More choices, more options. Call me, Chad Hennessy, at 502-479-4085.
Introducing the 1909 Society, the new giving society of Louisville Athletics. Become a member and unlock exclusive access, premium experiences, and insider benefits while supporting student athletes. Visit gocards.com/1909 Society to learn more. Through the 1909 Society, donor generosity ensures Louisville Athletics is positioned not just to adapt, but to thrive in the rapidly changing college athletics landscape. Join today and be part of the legacy. Visit gocards.com/1909 Society to learn more.
John Spears for M&M Cartage. You see those trucks riding down the road with the M&M Cartage sign? You could be a driver or work as a mechanic on one of those trucks. For 45 years, M&M Cartage has been a locally family-owned transportation company, and they're currently hiring those drivers and mechanics. To join their team, go online to mmcartage.com to apply. Headquartered in Louisville with locations in Cincinnati, Indianapolis, Morristown, Tennessee, and Detroit. That's mmcartage.com to apply.
If you've been hurt in a car accident or hurt on the job, there's only one law firm to call. Call my friend Tony at the Collier Law Firm at 502-736-8141. Tony will get you paid. This guy used to work for the insurance company, so he knows the other team's playbook. Tony's a diehard Cardinal fan. His family's from Portland and Shively, and he grew up in Fern Creek. With that combination, you know this man can fight and win. In an accident or hurt on the job, call Collier Law Firm. That's Colyer Law Firm. Call today.
Sing the streets a serenade, laying everybody low with a love song that he made. Find the streetlight.
It's a weird song, but I like it.
That's kind of one of my favorites, actually, of Dire Straits.
You and me, babe. How about it?
You know what this song makes you think of, though? I think
Juliet says, "Hey, it's Romeo. You nearly gave me a heart attack." This is the weirdest part, though. Saying, "Hey, love, my boyfriend's back."
I love the video.
Come on, we get globally banned again. What were you gonna say?
You gotta hit the chorus.
Do about it, Juliet. The dice was loaded from the start, and I bet it's a great song.
It is. No, it's probably one of my. It's not Money for Nothing's probably my favorite Dire Straits. By the way, in honor of Mr. Glenn, we're going to go some more Dire Straits today. He inspired me with your story of the new puppy and him being a fan. But that song, like, I always think of it. It reminds me from the Empire Records movie. Have you seen it?
Yes, it's been since like the
90s.
mid-90s.
Yeah, I think that was the first time I ever heard this song was from that movie, and it's you're like me, like you hear, especially if it's a song you've heard it for the first time in a movie, like it just always your mind goes to that movie when you hear a song.
It reminds me of Hot Fuzz. Did you ever see Hot Fuzz?
I know of Hot Fuzz, but I've never seen it.
Same guys that did Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah.
Which is, I know you know that.
Yes, I did.
The song is featured in that.
Okay,
which is pretty funny.
But see, same thing, just different movies. Our minds both go to different movies.
I'm sorry.
I think mine's might be better, but okay.
I'm very excited. This is a mid-show. It's a big moment for me. That's happened behind the scenes here during the show.
What happened?
I'm officially, after a year of relegation, back in the fantasy football.
Oh, you got
the league is open. I've gotten logged back in. My name is there. My Teddy Bridgewater icon from the famous picture of team photo media day is back. We're feeling good. We're looking better. We're ready to play some fantasy football again. Now, I did play in another league last year and won it because I was able to fully focus on it. But this is my main league.
This is the one that you've been in, like my old school one.
We've been in since high school. This is I think our 23rd, 24th year of doing this.
So ours is this is our 19th year in ours.
Yeah,
but you see my trophy.
We've been doing this since I think 2002. So it's been a long time. We used to do it back before the hand draw.
Oh, I know.
Drafts back in the day. We had the Excel spreadsheet, and it was tough to not make a huge mistake, and they took 15 hours to do.
Oh, don't remind me.
That's where that was the old days. But now we're here. The league. I'm back. I'm feeling good. I'm ready to roll.
I would love to find. I would run a couple different leagues back in the day, and just before internet, I would go and get like one of those yellow notepad things, and that would be like the league records for that year.
Oh yeah.
And every week I would write the names down, and of course on Monday I had to go look at the paper and do all the stats manually. And oh man,
the best was the very.
God
first
love the internet, man.
The very first year we did this, like I said, it was high school. It was before. Everybody knew everything about fantasy football. Some of us had played in some leagues before.
Yeah.
But I think we had 3 or 4 guys that had never played fantasy football. So the ones that had, we show up to the draft night, and we've got, printed out rankings and magazines. And, the other 3 guys are like, oh, bleep. They have no idea what to do. And one of our friends, who I think this was the only year that he played, he's got the 2nd overall pick, and he's like, Chad Pennington. And we all were like, everyone kind of looked at each other. We're like, okay, Pennington's gone. Pennington off the board. There we go there. And it was just the people learned. You either adapted or you got left behind in the league.
I love that you've been in the same league. So was that your first year doing fantasy football 02?
No, I'd done it. I'd done a couple of other leagues before. We got all of our core friends together to do this big league, and we've done it ever since. It's been good. We had Trophy, which had a name that we cannot repeat now. We have rings now that we give away. I've got mine from 2 years ago, still in my office at home.
How many championships do you have in this league?
3, should be 4, at least 4.
Okay.
Because
I've got 2, so don't feel bad.
I had I was behind by 1.5 points when DeMar Hamlin collapsed, and an interception had just happened to put the other team ahead of me.
I won my title that year too. That's crazy.
Yeah, I remember. And I handled it very professionally. I didn't throw a fit because they're like, I guess we're just going to go with whatever Yahoo says. Yahoo crowned the other guy as the champion. I still had a receiver playing. The game was not over. This is for you, Peak. I'm a 3.5-time champion.
I remember this now.
I was so pissed. And then I've had a couple other years where I have lost the title game because I didn't have enough moves left to fill out a roster. It was the whole thing. Nobody cares. We don't need to talk about it. What we do need to talk about is your thoughts on the Gameday Mens Health text line as well as the Thornton's YouTube stream. We've been going to the Gameday Mens Health text line first the last couple of days, so we'll give our friends over on the YouTube stream first crack today. Reminder, the Big X YouTube stream is fueled by Thornton's. Power up with great coffee, fuel, and discounts at every stop. I mean, can we blame Thornton's for the stream getting blocked?
Ian is banned from Thornton's.
God, what if he was? He's like a 19-year-old. They're like, why can't you go to Thornton's, bro? He's like going on a beer run. He's like, we got to go somewhere else. I'm actually banned from all 7,000 Thornton's locations.
Could you imagine being in line, not realizing that you look up and there's a picture of you behind the counter? Do not serve this man.
It's literally just him at every Thornton's location in the region. It'd be wonderful.
It's like Seinfeld's bounce check at the bodega. It's like, what the hell, man?
B-Ball fan 1234 says, do you think Louisville will add anyone in the front court? I don't. I don't think Louisville's going to add anyone, period. Like I said, never say never, especially now. But my understanding, what I've been told, is that they are at least moving forward with the understanding that they're done. That this is the last edition for the basketball team. They've got spots.
If something fell into their lap, I think they would consider it, but they're not pursuing as well.
Like I said, it would have to be something crazy, like, oh, Keyshawn Hall wants to come play for you for nothing. And because, they have, I don't think they've spent as much. I really and truly don't think they've spent as much as some people out there believe they have, but they certainly have spent top 10, probably top 5 money, and I don't think that they have enough funds out there to land a really impactful player. And I don't think that Pat Kelsey and company are just going to go out there and add bodies to add bodies. They want to bring in somebody that has value. They felt like Seth Trimble could do that. They felt like he was worth a $3 million investment, so that's where we are. But I think that they're good with where they are right now. A2 Atlantic says, hey, Mike, since you're so good at fundraising, you should utilize your talents to raise money so that Trevor could take the MCAT. Yeah, that's a good use of those talents.
Wait, MCAT, isn't that the medical one?
That is to get into medical school.
Oh, no. I'm taking the bar exam with you.
Well, you have to graduate law school to take the bar.
I think you just take the bar. No.
You could take the LSAT.
Well, but wait a minute. But your dude in Catch Me If You Can just took the bar in Louisiana. He didn't graduate college.
Once again. Well, but he also faked law school transcripts.
Oh, that's true. That's right. Yeah. That's a good point. Yeah. Like, good luck finding a hole in that plot line.
Yeah. Do you know, I said this on the air. I think you were here that day. Pat Kelsey, when he was living in Charleston, lived 4 houses down from the real Catch Me If You Can.
Really?
Yeah. He's like, nobody ever saw him. He's like, he barely ever came out of the house.
He's inside making up all the stories.
That's a cool fact, though.
But yeah, LSAT, yeah, I do want to take that.
Okay.
I don't think you've already taken it, so you know your score, right?
I did. I took it twice.
What was your best score?
166.
Out of what's the top score?
180.
So you got 166 out of 180?
Yeah. Patrick Ryan took it recently. He did very well. He did not do quite as well as I did. So when he sent me a score, I was just like, oh, that's a cute little score.
So I can pull like a 150, maybe 160. You think?
Absolutely zero chance.
What do you think my score would be?
102.
Oh, that's pretty good, dude. That's over 100.
Yeah,
that's over halfway there, to quote Bon Jovi.
Yeah, I mean, I think you get 90 automatically.
I think automatically,
yeah.
Like writing my name 400 points on the.
Pretty sure. I mean, it's been a long time since I took it, so.
Okay, well that's okay. So okay. How much? I'm gonna do this. That's my next thing to do is take the LSAT.
I can't wait.
I wonder if I have to take it at Wagner.
I would actually do whatever you're going to do to take the LSAT. I would do it to never have to take the LSAT again. I think I've repressed all those memories. It was
that bad?
It was not fun to get ready for it. Well, like I said, my college GPA, I never thought I was going to go to graduate school, so I was like, let's just get these 4 years over with. So I did not have a great GPA. So when I decided to go to law school, I knew I was going to have to blow the test out of the water just to get in. And so I had to study a lot, and I was not used to studying a lot. I didn't study a lot the first time. I got a 156, which still probably would have gotten me into Louisville, but I knew I needed to do a little bit better, and took it again, did well, and paid for a full year of law school.
I'm almost afraid to ask what you consider a lot of studying compared to what I would consider a lot of studying.
It was a lot of studying during the job that I had at the law firm. So there was some any downtime I had. I was reading the Bibles. I was doing they have Bibles that you buy that tell you how to take certain tests, and
I didn't know that.
Doing all that stuff. So yeah. Okay. Ryan Keeling says, I think your dream scenario makes the most legal sense, though, right? Sweeney's clarified her injunction has nothing to do with the transfer rules. Trimble entered the portal. If Mitchell didn't, it sucks.
Yeah, I think because Trimble in the portal makes his case different than Mitchell.
He was forward.
In other
he
guys.
was forward thinking, thankfully, and entered the portal in April, unbeknownst to anybody, and also did not sign anything, which is huge. But I still think a lot of these these smaller scale cases like this, they get the whole enchilada. The judges have been like, yeah, whatever. Like, this is a stupid rule. They should have clarified. They should have done, released it at a different time. You guys are good to go. So, but there is some wiggle room for Judge Edwards to say, I'm giving you the 5th year, but I'm upholding the criteria that the NCAA initially laid out. You got to go. Again, I don't think that that's going to happen, but it is a remote possibility. CAG Dog says, Michael, are you saying no one has heard of Bad Company or Dire Straits? That's not what I'm saying at all.
Well, you didn't know who Bad Company was.
I know the one song.
Because I played that.
Just from you.
Yeah, I played the Straight Shooter, yeah.
Red Leader says that was intern Ian who forgot to do music. Well, I know intern Ian forgot to do the music too, but I swear Trev was like I rarely forgot, but I think it was like Monday or Tuesday.
I think there was a Monday where I did the music like during KRC, but I've never done it.
Maybe that's what it was.
That's the closest I've come to maybe doing it. I've never done it where I'm just picking the song each break.
Maybe that's what it was.
I hate being that unprepared. Well, because when I do that, I always end up going to my comfort zone, and that's when you're like, play some Olivia Rodrigo.
You sound just like me. Well, I do say that. Red Leader said, or Babu says, I love these UK fans that say PK has only won one postseason game. Well, your coach beat Santa Clara on a half-court shot, beat Troy, and beat an Illinois team that just lost to Duke by 45, and that's it. Yeah, I mean...
Peaks. The peak thing that's irritated me the most is and it's not that it's not somewhat true, but the total just not caring about the ACC. Like he acts like the ACC is like the SEC in 1988.
Oh, I heard him say that where he's like, it's the 5th best out of the 5 power conference. First of all, the ACC will be better than the Big East this year. They were better than the Big East last year.
And it will be a little better. Yes,
they're not what they've been. I get your point.
Yeah.
You don't have to exaggerate though. Like again, we're grown-ups at the Big X. We can rivalry with actual facts. Is the SEC better than the ACC now? Yes. You can use that. You don't have to be like, I think the Mountain West is actually better than the ACC. You don't have to go over the top with this stuff. It's the 4th best conference right now. There's an outside chance that I think it could be better than the Big 12 this season, but it won't be on par with the Big 10 or the SEC. Nobody with a basketball mind or anybody who follows the sport is arguing otherwise.
But it's the Sun Belt in his eyes.
Well, but it's not.
That's what he treats it like.
But he's smarter than that. That's what I'm saying.
Know
he's playing a character.
He's trolling.
He's
I get
trying to troll, and I don't think he's cut out for the troll game. The Mark Pope stuff. I mean, I guess the Sweet 16 just speaks very loudly to Kentucky fans because keep in mind, like, not only had he come to Kentucky with just as many wins as in the tournament as Pat Kelsey had come to Louisville with, he'd lost as a favorite. For a power conference program in BYU, at least as last year they were in the Big 12. Those losses are not the same. Losing to Duquesne as a 4 or 5 seed from at a Big 12 program is not the same as losing to Kansas when you're at Winthrop. Very different. But because I guess he beat 2 teams he was supposed to beat in the 2024 NCAA tournament, that makes him the god of March, while Pat Kelsey is basically just a mid-major coach.
I feel it's just UK fans knowing that their own coach should be on more of a hotter seat than ours, and they just want to defect their anger and they want to put it towards us.
But
instead of accepting the self-awareness of what the issues they have in their own home.
Like I said yesterday, this is summer UK fans, though. The moment the actual season starts and Mark Pope does something they don't like, they will all the criticisms that we're laying out, they will amplify those by 5 times. And they'll be like, this guy sucks. He was terrible at BYU. He couldn't even beat Duquesne in the NCAA tournament. Why were we? But for now, when it's summer, it's all about us and why we suck. And just we're not paying attention to our own house.
If they don't get Mitchell and they have an average season, which is what they've had the last 2 years under Mark Pope, will UK fans be able to use that as a crutch and say, well, it's because last year, it was injuries, and Louisville fans said the same thing in a way. But,
don't sign injured players.
I mean, but in this case now, it's like, well, we didn't get Mitchell. We got screwed by the NCAA.
I think if it's 3
They
consecutive...
didn't get the guy that was available 2 months before the season.
Yeah, they lost, 12 games his first year. I'm looking at 14 games last year. If they have another season where they lose like 12 or 13 games and they finish middle of the SEC, I don't think they're going to care about excuses. I think that they would say, this just simply isn't our standards. I think you'll have a healthy amount of that fan base that says he's got to go. You'll have another healthy amount that says, I'm not saying fire him at all costs, but I'm very apprehensive about the future. It won't take much for them to flip.
Not in the same voice you give him, but if you look at J-Bat's very short record, he has not been one to leave a long leash. I mean, he fired Pastner. He fired the football coach at Georgia Tech.
Who hasn't fired Pastner?
Well, that's a good point. And his 1 year at Michigan State before he even left, he fired their football coach.
Kentucky fans are doing the thing where they're like the super unhappy housewife that like is ignored by their husband. Their kids hate them. They play tennis, but they hate tennis. But they get home late at night and they're on Facebook and they're like, I hear Barbara is going to divorce Jim. They just they're paying attention to everybody else so that they can ignore their own problems.
Oh, I play golf on Sundays, but I hate golf.
Yeah. I heard that Johnny's cheating on Katie. Nobody should be surprised by that. Meanwhile, their own husband's just going out every night, doesn't see him at all, plays 15-hour rounds of golf. That's you. That's who you are, Kentucky fan.
Are you a nosy neighbor?
I mean, what do you mean?
Like, do you get into your neighbor's business? Do you know your neighbors?
No, I mean, I like all of our neighbors.
Like, but are you just more of like a, hey, Jim, as you walk by kind of guy, or do you all hang out?
See, at our old house, we hung out with our neighbors a lot because they were around our age and, like, we had similar interests. We are, and this isn't, like, derogatory, but we are surrounded on all sides by, like, very old people that have been in their houses for a long time.
Who are probably more nosy than you are.
I mean, they're very, like, we talk to, the people behind us especially, shout out to my guy Dennis and Terry. They're very nice. We talk to them a lot. They have grandkids that come over. They come over to our house and we let them play on our playground and stuff. The house right to our right, now this is going to be a thing coming up in a few weeks. Gail and Ken, both very nice people. But Gail is like a diehard Ole Miss fan. Like, she has and people have pointed this out on the show. Like, she has a flag, an Ole Miss flag flying outside that house. Like, I think it's been down for the last couple of weeks, but it's usually like 365 days a year. When we moved in, that was the first thing that I noticed. It's like they got Ole Miss flag out there, and she is the classic. She is a UK basketball fan.
Oh no,
Ole Miss football fan. She went to Ole Miss for law school, I believe.
Okay.
She's a lawyer. But I met her husband first, and Ken is like, now, Gail has heard that you're some type of, like, U of L guy, and she's a U of L hater. And I was like, oh, boy. So I may have to bust out the U of L blow-up for week one. I can't have that Ole Miss flag flying out there with no comeback for that whole week leading up to that game. But I do like all of our neighbors.
I feel like you made me look bad. Like, you know all these names. I had the neighbors live on one side of me for, like, 15 years, and they finally moved, like, 2 years ago. And to this day, I still don't know their names. I always just call them Chicago because I knew they moved here from Chicago.
I know all. Our house, we know like the whole street.
I don't know. My mom's like, well, she loves hanging out with the people across the street. She's been knowing them for like a year and a half now. I've never met them.
I love the dynamics of where we live because, like I said, it's a lot of older people that have been there. We have a lot of people that grew up in their house and then bought it from their parents.
Well,
and so the guy across the street from us, Joe, his wife's name is Cookie, who I love.
That's a great name.
But Joe, first of all, every time I walk the dog and cross the streets, like, he always says the exact same thing. He's always outside. He's always like, hello, Mike. And like, I'm like, what up, Joe? But Joe is like, his house is sort of like the hub for the old people gossip. So once a week when the warm weather weeks are out there, like, they'll be on the back porch and you'll see this like 7 old guys over there. And they're just talking bleep about what's going on in the neighborhood. And I love it.
See, that's my mom and my neighbor, Miss Etheridge, who I grew up with her son, and she's got like great, he's got kids now and grandkids, and she's lived there as long as she's probably the only person in our neighborhood older than my mom, and now being in the neighborhood. But that's I love how you kind of live in like this the place where Cougar Town is from. Like, everybody knows each other.
A little bit. Now, a little bit farther down the street. So Mary's sister actually bought my grandma's old house, who passed away in March. And so her and her husband and their son, Thomas, and she's expecting in September.
That's in your current neighborhood?
Yeah, they live 2 houses down from us, which is awesome. And then the house next to them, shout out to my guy, AJ, they've got, I think, 3 kids as well. So they come over from time to time. They also have a pool in their backyard. So we're like, oh, you can play on our playground. We'll come and swim in your pool in the summer. So there are some younger people a little bit lower, but like directly around us is all older people.
You know who you sold your old house to?
Did
you know them, or was it just somebody random?
Which I kind of hate. Like we left a note for them. We reach out whenever, and like they never like reach out to us.
So it was just somebody randomly just thought that it wasn't like a connection to or anything.
No. So I had I've had a couple packages accident. Like the Reds sent me their new uniform stuff, and it went to the old house because they didn't ask me for an address. And like I couldn't text them to be like, hey, I know you got a Ring camera, but I'm gonna come up on your porch and just steal this bleep. So I'd it's happened a few times. I've had to like leave a note and be like, hey, it's me, but. Yeah.
Yeah. Turn on the news one day. This man was stealing boxes in St. Matthew.
It's me wearing like a Phil Rich Made It Rain t-shirt.
You're like waving to the camera.
I've got the stupidest look on my face as I'm looking at the camera. A2 Atlantic says, until the ACC gets a media rights deal on par with the SEC or the Big Ten, Louisville will never win a natty in football. It's a safe bet. But I mean, Miami was in the ACC. They came basically one play away from winning the national title last year. I know that they've got more money than we do, but still, that's an ACC team. It's doable. It's possible. Don't tell me it can't be done.
Consistently, no, but
right.
on you get the right mix and the right match for 1 year. Yeah, I mean,
I think that's the best way to
do
put
I
it.
need to queue up Kevin Garnett on this one?
No, but I think you're exactly right. Like Indiana, because of its conference affiliation and having the biggest alumni base in the country, all the stuff that we said leading up to the championship game last year, they are positioned, if Cignetti stays and they keep doing the things that they've been doing, to be very good at football for a sustained period of time.
Yeah.
I think that we could be positioned to be like good for a sustained period of time, but if we're talking about being elite, you're hoping for like a once every handful of years flash in the pan. And I think that's
while still being good, like 8-9 wins, though.
Yes, and I think we've always talked about expectations for the Louisville football fan base, which are tough to pin down because we are a unique program in that we had next to no history for the first 80% of our existence, and then we've been extremely up or extremely down over the last 25, 30 years. So nobody really knows what we should be expecting as a program. But I think, I don't think there are any Louisville fans who are out there who are like, we should be Clemson in their heyday. We should be Bama. We should be Ohio State. But I do think it's reasonable to say you should always be in the top 25 discussion. Like, we should never have a team that's 4-8 or 3-9 unless things go horribly awry. And once every, 5-6 years, we should expect to either flirt with or make the expanded playoff. And I think that those are realistic expectations for a program that is in the position that Louisville is. Agree, disagree?
Agreed. Not to mention Clemson. Let's not forget they just kind of did it with like the back-to-back quarterbacks.
Well, they're done. Right when I said Clemson, I regretted it. They're not even an example.
They were more like the kind of flash in it where they were lucky to get Watson and get Lawrence back-to-back, and that was just kind of that's all that was.
That was a joke. Absolute joke.
Even though they win it. Was 81 when they won it, I think?
Joke. Who cares?
I only know that because that's the only thing they show on ACC Network, probably more than the class that saved Coach K.
Was it Danny Ford was the coach?
Yeah, Danny Ford, yeah. He ended up coaching at Arkansas.
Let's take a break. When we come back, 4 o'clock hour, we'll finish up the Thornton's YouTube chat. We'll also take in on the Gameday Mens Health text line for the first time. Number there, 502-414-1450. It's the Rutherford Show. Halfway home on a Thursday here on 1450 and 96.1 Big X Sports Radio.
Juliet, the dice was loaded from the start, and I bet, and you exploded into my heart, and I forget the movie song.
Crack Sporting Goods is Southern Indiana's team sports specialist and is your local Adidas team product dealer. Crack specializes in outfitting your team, organization, club, or business in apparel, hard goods, and accessories from Adidas and many others. Kratz offers fundraising opportunities for your team, organization, or club through online web stores. Let our friendly staff get you started today by calling 812-282-5400 or visit and shop at our website at kratzsports.com.
Honey Baked Ham in New Albany is the perfect spot for a healthy alternative to fast food. They provide a variety of freshly made sandwiches, as well as salads and delicious soups. And you can dine in or take it to go. They also have many dinner options such as ham, turkey, frozen sides, and desserts, which provide a complete meal. Catering is also available for small groups or large gatherings. Call Honey Baked Ham today, 812-941-9426, or visit them, 3602 North Cape Court, Suite 23 in New Albany.
Guns, gears, and great deals. Say it with me. Everything concealed carry. With over 1,000 firearms in stock, you'll find exactly what you're looking for. Shop SIG, Smith & Wesson, HK, Glock, and more. Plus the best selection of used guns in Louisville. Looking for premium? Check out Kimber, Dan Wesson at Wilson Combat. We pay cash for guns, and we always have specials. Visit Everything Concealed Carry, 10306 Taylorsville Road in the heart of J-Town. Everything Concealed Carry, your best shot at a great deal.
Hey, football fans, Louisville football is set to take on returning college football playoff semifinalist Ole Miss in Nashville over Labor Day weekend. The game will be played at Nissan Stadium on Sunday, September 6th. Get tickets now at gocards.com/Music City. Want to catch the Cards at home this season? Visit gocards.com/FBinfo to learn more about available ticket options.
For swing into the action at Park Mammoth Golf Club, a breathtaking and challenging course just off I-65 in Park City, Kentucky. Stay in the know with the Park Mammoth Golf Club app. Get course updates, special offers, GPS, gift cards, and easy tee time bookings. After your round, unwind at the Mammoth Grill where delicious food meets stunning course views in our brand new clubhouse. Visit parkmammothgolfclub.com and experience the best in golf today.
As a proud sponsor of the Mike Rutherford Show and Louisville Cardinals basketball, United Mechanical is committed to providing the same reliability on and off the court. United Mechanical is Kentuckiana's business-winning choice for reliable HVAC, electrical, plumbing, and refrigeration services. Season after season, call United Mechanical, your trusted home team partner at 502-339-1133. That's 502-339-1133. Let's go Cards.
Defining a new era in men's health, Gameday Men's Health delivers real results with no shortcuts. From testosterone replacement, weight loss to peptides, vitamins, and sexual performance therapy, Gameday Men's Health will have you covered. Their in-house lab gives you answers in just 15 minutes, and our clinic is designed for men who value privacy, speed, and results. Visit GamedayMensHealth.com. Real men, real science, most importantly, real change. Visit GamedayMensHealth.com.
This Wave Storm Tracking Team forecast is brought to you by Glanz & Buffett Plumbing, Heating and Cooling. Comfort you can count on. Service you can trust since 1923.
Few storms are possible as we head throughout the evening. About a 30% chance. A few could be strong with gusty, damaging winds. Bit of a lull in that storm action overnight tonight as temperatures get down to the muggy 70s. Then by early Friday, another bout of scattered storms and some very isolated flooding is possible. Drier and hotter by Friday afternoon. Highs in the lower 90s. I'm Wave Storm Tracking Team meteorologist Ryan Hoke.
This is Kentuckiana's only locally owned sports talk. The Big X, AM 1450 and 96.1 FM. WXVW Jeffersonville. W241CK Jeffersonville.
Talk like anything. Saving it up
Friday night. They're the Sultans.
We're the Sultans of Swing.
My favorite part of the song, which I do love, is when, like, I feel like I say it exaggeratedly now, but when he's like, we're the Sultans who play Creole, and then afterwards he goes, Creole. like every single time I'm like, we're the Sultans who play Creole. Creole. Every single time. It's a great song, though. Probably the most famous Dire Straits song.
I think Money for... Oh, we got a Spotify go to.
I feel like it's Sultans of Swing.
It's got Money for Nothing for me.
Brothers in Arms would be up there.
I almost played that one, actually. That's
favorite.
crazy. Well, guess what you're getting next break?
Just catering to my dad. Just trying to curry favor.
Well, I like him. Yeah, he's the one Rutherford I like. William and
shot at Mary right
Mary.
now. I don't like that.
No,
Sultans of Swing is number one by a wide margin.
Really?
Yes. 1.8 billion plays on Spotify.
Man.
Walk of Life is actually second.
I was thinking about doing that one, too.
Money for Nothing is third. And then Brothers in Arms is fourth. Romeo and Juliet is fifth. Lady Winter is sixth.
I think that's about all the 6 songs I know. Too,
That's it's same. Like
but still, you know what? If you unless you're like your dad, who's a big Dire Straits fan, which is awesome, you know all the B-side stuff. Mm-hmm. By the way, B-side for those kids, and Ian may be listening, is what was on the other side of a record. To have 6 though mainstream, that's pretty good, right? Like what would constitute like being a big time band, like having at least 5 songs that are kind of pop culturally known?
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe 6.
Yeah, I mean, what percent? Like 0.0005% of bands ever achieve that level of success.
I mean, obviously you have one hit wonders, and then you have maybe
no hit wonders,
no hits, but then even one hits make go, oh, they also had that song, it was okay. Yeah. But that's all. Maybe 3 at the most you can name from a random person.
Agreed.
Even good ones, really.
I agree.
I mean, how many Sublime songs can you name?
Like 3.
You couldn't even name one Bad Company, and they're pretty good.
Yeah, you're
That's
not wrong.
okay. That's not there's nothing wrong with that. All it does means is there's a whole album of music that you are going to get blown away by.
I can't wait. Let's try to finish up the Thornton's YouTube stream comments here, and then get over to the Game Day Men's Health text line, because there's some things that I want to talk about at the start of the 4:30 hour. I mean, we've got some news on Lincoln Keenals. Okay. That's exciting, I think. And then we've got to talk about the Jaden Daniels stuff a little bit.
Oh, I didn't see this.
Oh, you're going to talk. Well, I'm going to blow your mind.
I was really kind of off social media the last 24 hours, so
you're going to be blown away. By the way, my Reds are about to win in the 9th inning over the White Sox. Your Blue Jays trail 1-0 to the Red Sox in the top of the 4th.
You all got one hit last night. I did see that, I think.
We saw.
Yeah,
But we are about to take 2 out of 3 from the White Sox, it looks like. Knock on wood. 9-7, top 9. By the way,
that's Zach's team.
The Thornton's YouTube stream, quality fuel, fresh food, and friendly service. That's what Thornton's is all about. And they've taken it to another level with the Earnify app, which helps make every visit count. Download the Earnify app today, and you'll receive a 250-point welcome offer. Download it. Start earning at Thornton's every time you step in. Let's go. A couple more Thornton's YouTube stream comments. Producer Keith says Purdue has gone almost 50 years without a single 10-win season.
Yeah, but I never really think of them in that. Like, I always thought Indiana was beneath them even before the recent run.
So did I.
Maybe is that because it's like Drew Brees? Maybe
I think so. I mean, they like the most exciting thing about Indiana football when I was growing up was the years where they had Antoine Randall.
Yeah.
And I don't think they ever even made a bowl game with Randall. Like I don't think they ever went 6-5.
I think my earliest memories was the Anthony Johnson, who was their Heisman finalist in 1990, I think.
And that's it.
Yeah, and that's the only reason I know that is because I'd go to watch them play UK every year or every other year at the time.
And even then, I mean, 1990 they were 6-5-1.
Yeah, no, that was what was that coach's name? He was their biggest coach, and Bill Mallory.
I mean, we're talking about Bill Mallory was there, and then Cam Cameron sucked.
Oh God, Cam!
I mean, you look at kind of like
and the one coach died.
The formative years that we had as sports fans growing up from 1994 through 2014, 2 decades. How many bowl games do you think they went to?
They being Purdue?
They being Indiana.
Oh, Indiana. 3.
1. In 2007, they went 6-6 and lost the Insight Bowl.
Okay, that was the year after. Yeah, the coach died.
Terry Hebner.
Yeah, I was because that was when a friend of mine, she was at Indiana. Yeah, that was they beat Purdue in the last game to make a bowl. They got kicked like a 60-yard field goal to win the game.
Who did they lose to in the Insight Bowl now?
I can't remember.
I don't know either. I'm looking
but I should have known that because I knew that one.
Let's take a guess.
Who they played?
Yes, who they lost to in the Insight Bowl. I'm going to say
Insight Bowl.
He's got somebody crappy.
Yeah, I was going to say Northwestern. No, it could be.
That's the first thing that I thought, but
it can't be a Big Ten school.
But I think I would have remembered. Yeah, what else? You can't play a Big Ten school.
Yeah.
Oklahoma State will be my guess.
I'll say Iowa State.
2007 Insight Bowl.
It's like
Oh my God, I got it right.
This is Oklahoma State?
It's Oklahoma State. 49-33. Oklahoma State, also who was 7-6, took down Indiana. They led 35-10 at halftime. And
that was like Indiana a year before the infamous "I'm a 40, I'm a man" speech too.
That was, I swear to God, just complete blind guess.
It's a good guess though.
I feel pretty good about that. Maybe this is going to be a good day. Who knows? A2 Atlantic says, I could never imagine Purdue, Northwestern, or Boston College winning a natty in football. I can envision Vandy because they have SEC money. Boston College, I think you and I are jaded because we saw them have some good years in the 90s, and then the Matt Ryan year in 07.
The Flutie year. I mean, I know it wasn't for the title, but you always think of Flutie and the Hail Mary.
But I also could understand why somebody who's 20 years younger than us couldn't envision Boston College ever winning a national title.
Because they wouldn't even know Matt Ryan, yeah.
No, and I think Vandy's, you're right. If you're a 16-year-old right now, you probably know Vandy is like a decently good program. You know, they had Diego Pavia. They've had some 10-win seasons. They've got SEC money. They would be below or above programs like Purdue and Kansas and Duke and the other ones that we've mentioned.
So Kansas maybe is the best new Indiana then?
I think it's them or Duke.
Because, again, Kansas' only run was like, what, 20 years ago? They had like the one good year. What was the name of that quarterback then? He was like, it wasn't Chase Daniel. Something, though. I forget his name.
Because Chase Daniel, I think, was at Missouri, right?
Yeah, he was.
Because they had the great Missouri-Kansas game at the end of the year where It was the Big 12 championship came down to that game.
That game, yeah,
Kansas
exactly.
was 11-0 and Missouri was 10-1. Who now it's going to drive me crazy.
What the quarterback was?
Yeah, because
I can picture him, but I know it wasn't Chase Daniel. But
because they had Mangino was the coach.
Yeah, the big dude, the fat guy. I can't remember his name. I always forget his name, but he got in trouble.
Quarterback Todd Reesing.
I'm not even close.
Yeah.
Samsonite.
Yeah, they lost to Missouri in a pretty competitive game and then beat Virginia Tech in the Orange Bowl. 12 in 1 year. Besides that, not a lot. Now, I'm looking at the schedule.
Man, Duke was at least in the ACC title game last year.
They beat one ranked team. Well, no, Duke won the ACC last
Okay, so that, I don't think that disqualifies them, doesn't it?
But does it if they lost to UConn in all their non-conference games?
I mean,
they still lost 5 games.
They still won. They still won the ACC.
Honestly, it's a fair point.
Is it that fair that I forgot they even won the ACC title? I forgot. I knew they were in it, but I couldn't remember who won.
Let's. Okay, I'm pulling up ChatGPT
to ask who's the new Indiana.
Yes, I'm going on the desktop version. ChatGPT. Who is the
new Indiana?
It's going to give me like these records. Who is the worst power conference college football program? Oh, please tell me it's Kentucky. Just give me Kentucky.
They've had a couple tens. I don't think it is.
It's like an image ChatGPT. No, I'm trying to ask you a question.
This is not as fun as the Spotify test.
It's not. Okay, I can't even. We need to move on. I'll ask when I get a second. When you start bringing up
there's got to be
something.
somebody we're forgetting.
No, we don't. It's fine.
Okay.
Pruski says, let's go to the Winchester, have a nice cold pint, wait for this whole thing to blow over. That's great. I love Shaun of the Dead. It's a fantastic movie.
Never really watched it.
There's a girl in the garden. Eric Stein says, you were sold on Shuck and you knew Moss was a miss from what your sources. Brian Beat. Now, not out in sources. Brian Braun would never tell me something, and if he did, I would ignore it. So what are you hearing about Keenholz? More Shuck or Moss? It's so hard to say because his strengths are so different than the Miller Moss stuff. We also had more film on him. Like, you knew what Miller Moss' strengths and weaknesses were. Same with Tyler Shuck. Tyler Shuck was like, if he stays healthy, he's going to be great.
Plus, Miller Moss had been benched. We kind of had the warning on kind of given to us, right?
Yes.
Like the writing was kind of there. We just weren't. We were trying to ignore it.
So you weren't on the show, but I mean, I'll give credit to Roman as well. Like when the rumor started that we were going to kind of go after Miller Moss, my initial thought was like, no, like can we not? And I think Roman was the same way. This show was very much like, if he's the guy, we'll get behind him. But I've got extreme reservations about us doing this. I still am kind of blown away by them going all in with Miller Moss. I know he played great against us in one game, but the entire sample size was not great. I mean, I think Keenholz, like I said, it's so different to judge him because he's an incredible runner. Like he was saying, I think his quote the other day was, I think me and Isaac Brown could be the best running duo in the country. Like, he's sort of viewing himself as a running quarterback. I think we're going to run him a ton. I think he's extremely accurate, which is going to help us in the intermediate passing game. Like I've said before, when it comes to throws where he needs to float a pass in between a linebacker and a safety just right, I think he makes that throw 9 times out of 10, which is an elite skill set. He's very good at throwing on the run. He's a very good short passer. I don't think he has the biggest arm in the world, but I think he can throw an effective enough deep ball this season. But that is the biggest question. And I think there's no real way to know how a guy is going to throw when Trey Richardson's got 2 steps on his man up the left sideline, but he's got to stand in there and take a hit and make a really accurate downfield throw with a guy in his face. I don't think we'll get those answers until September 5th or 6th. It's definitely, but I do think in terms of just overall his ability to lead the offense to be successful, I think he's closer to Shuck than to Miller Moss. That's my prediction, at least. Extra Storage says, if you could see the future and pick one position group for offense and defense to see the end of season stats for those players, which would you pick? Quarterback and linebacker.
What, like, so like we know how it's going to end or something?
Yeah, if you could see any group stats from the end of the year right now, what would you pick? Who'd you be most interested to see?
Quarterback. I agree.
I mean, imagine seeing Keenholz's stats and it's like 2 games played, 7 interceptions. You're like, oh boy.
Like 9 touchdowns, like 28 interceptions.
Did he get hurt? Did he just get benched? This isn't good.
Defense, I guess defense, I mean, Is Lupin technically a linebacker or a defensive end?
End.
Then I'll take defensive line.
Okay. Good pick as well.
I mean, I think he can play either. That's why I wasn't sure what he'd be listed as.
Skaggywag says, I'm the guy who complained to the mayor during Derby week about the dead deer on the Snyder. I just saw a dead armadillo on the side of the Snyder. What the bleep? Those are in Louisville? We have armadillo?
That would be awesome. I've never seen an armadillo up close. Have you?
I don't think so.
I mean,
if I have, I feel like it's been a zoo experience.
I've driven through Texas, but I've never. And if I did pass one, I don't remember seeing.
Is this something that I should know? Like, do we have armadillos just roaming around the city of Louisville
I didn't
somewhere?
think they were like indigenous to this area.
I don't think so either. Is this guy messing with us? Are armadillos in Louisville?
That's what I was doing the same thing.
There are rare armadillos that are in Bernheim Forest, as well as occasional roadside sightings in Bullitt and Jefferson County. Where are they come? I mean, I can't. We see
don't they move slow?
Yeah, but then I think they move a little bit when they get going. Like, if my dog, there's a video of a golden retriever bringing a live armadillo into a house in its mouth, and like I would have the same reaction. I would flip out. I don't know how to handle an armadillo.
Do they bite?
My lack of
armadillo knowledge,
of armored mammal knowledge, is coming to the forefront here. I assume they've got teeth.
I mean, they've got claws, right?
I mean, I've got nipples. Can you milk me? I assume. I know they got claws.
Okay, so that can't be good.
They're chewing food, so they can definitely bite.
Okay.
Do they bite humans though?
I mean, are they aggressive or do they run away if they see like a flashlight or something? I mean,
Do you know what the first Google response is when you type in "do armadillos"? It's "do armadillos carry leprosy?" Leprosy's back, baby.
That wasn't even in my top 10 concerns. I haven't even gotten that far yet.
Armadillos rarely bite humans. They have small, weak, peg leg-like teeth. Oh, that's a unnecessarily cruel Google
peg
AI.
leg? Have you ever been hit with a peg leg? It hurts.
Just taking shots at armadillos here, AI.
Really?
Meant for eating insects, not for defense. If an armadillo gets scared, it'll usually run away or jump straight up into the air.
Well, how high do they jump?
What an absolute witch. Little bee.
Can an armadillo jump higher than me?
A Roar says, Peak sounds like he eats crayons. That's not nice.
It's kind of funny, though.
Extremes Card says, Mike, would you have rather had a big man like the Michigan State player or Seth Trimble? Do we have enough girth and depth to go deep in the tournament? I mean, Jackson Kohler is technically a big guy, but he plays more on the perimeter.
He's a face-up.
Yeah, he's more of a he's more of an Alvaro Forgaris than he is a like Javon Hadley or Montrezl Harrell or whoever you want to put at the four. So I would take Seth Trimble, and I'm not just saying that because that's who we got.
Quick side question: do you feel like this coaching staff possibly is very confident in the freshman, Abizi, right? Is that pronounced it?
Yes, Akizi. Abena Akizi, Jr.
Because I know he's had some issues with his shoulder or elbow or something.
Yes,
I can relate. Do you feel like maybe they feel like he's coming along and will be along better, which is why they looked at a guy like Trimble as the last spot added instead of looking at a front court guy and thinking his impact is gonna be more than maybe we're thinking it will be?
I hope so. I can't get in their heads. I know that they think highly of him, and I do think that he can play the four. Even though he's bigger than Badunga, I think he is. He talked himself about how the staff pitched him the ability to play alongside Flory and not just as a backup to Flory. Who knows if that's just sweet talking or if it's an actual thing, but
or maybe Gabe Daines is maybe impressing him more. I mean,
Dines.
Damn it!
I don't think so. I mean, I think
I was better with the first option.
We know Gabe Dines' role. Okay, so I asked ChatGPT. Their response was a program that we have not even mentioned. They say if you mean worst program among the current Power Four, my pick is Rutgers.
See,
they say worst overall Power Four program right now is Rutgers. Worst historical football resume is Indiana, despite a national title. Worst SEC program historically is Vandy. Yeah. Worst recent football situation is Boston College.
Have they been that bad for that long? I mean, they didn't feel like the AJ Dillon team wasn't that long ago, was it?
Yeah, but they weren't that good.
We just remember like 500.
We just remember that because he ran for 3,000 yards against us.
Every time I see him play, he played in the preseason game, the Hall of Fame game, and it just made me think nightmares of it.
That was the moment of the original whatever I was already dead inside, Mike Rutherford tweet.
Oh, really?
It was that moment where he just threw Chucky Williams aside like a rag doll and ran all over us in 2017.
To be fair, he is a human beast.
He was an absolute beast.
His thighs look like me.
Producer Keith adds in that Wake Forest actually has the lowest all-time win percentage of any power conference program. Rutgers has the most losses, but that's because they've been playing the longest.
The sad thing is both their probably highlights came at the same time of one of our biggest highlights, which was, playing them in the Orange Bowl and then Rutgers being that Chiano team.
I think that's another reason that we're a little bit jaded with Rutgers is we all remember them being undefeated and costing us potentially a national title in 2006.
They're more Kansas because that was like it. They had like a 2-year run and that was it.
But they also have spent the bulk of their existence like not in a power conference, you know?
Yeah.
They've just only recently been in the Big Ten. The Big East was quasi-power conference, and they weren't a full-time member from the beginning. So.
But at least like Kansas was like a 10-11 win season when they won that. When they did their Orange Bowl trip, it wasn't Wake Forest like 8 wins.
No, I think they were 10-2.
Were they 10 wins?
Because
Okay.
they won the ACC.
I know they got a lot of crap for them being the weakest like ACC. I remember hearing that and that rumbling.
Yeah, they went 10-2.
They went 10. Okay,
they beat Georgia Tech in the title game.
Is that their only 10-win season?
They actually went. I take it back. They went 11-3. They were 11-2 going into the Orange Bowl game. 10-2. Then they won the ACC championship, and then they lost to us in the Orange Bowl. So they won 11 games that year.
No, they won 11 games in 2021 too.
Well, yeah, that was the team that was top 10 when we picked them off 50 times and beat them. They weren't really an 11 win.
And by the way, for the record, in school history, those are their only double-digit win seasons.
Jeez.
This goes back to 1908.
Game Day Men's Health text line is 502-414-1450. Game Day Men's Health, redefining men's wellness. No shortcuts, just results. Testosterone, peptides, weight loss, sexual performance therapy, and more. If you have needs in any of these areas or others, check out GameDayMen'sHealth.com and see what they can do for you. Did you go to Game Day Men's Health to see if they could fix your tennis elbow, Trev?
Yeah, they said suck it up. I'm just kidding. I did not get a chance. They said I was not worthy.
Okay.
They turned me down.
Why is Scoot saying that he jumped off an 80-foot podium in a quarry? No problem.
Do you really
why is Scoot's just bragging about this out of nowhere?
Do you really want to know?
Not really.
So Peak brought up a story today that people were just jumping because of bad conditions on the USS Abraham, I suppose it was. People were just jumping off the boat, okay?
Oh, okay.
And so I was like, that's like suicide. I was like, that kind of drop, that could kill you. So we looked it up, and it was like 60 to 70 feet from like water line to where they would be jumping off of. And we started discussing whether it was survivable. You could survive that kind of jump or not.
And Scoots is just like, actually.
Apparently, Scoots is like, listen, guys, I do this on a regular basis.
Who knew Scoots was such a thrill seeker?
Do you think I would not jump it.
No.
But, you could survive it, but I feel like your survival options are like 50-50 almost. I'm talking about just even landing and surviving.
I agree. I feel like that's safe. Once again, we're not experts in this forum. But
I know my track record of things like this, like, a bridge from California to Hawaii and the moon being as large as Texas, have not really dwelled well on my history.
No. Texas Trevor is legitimately hilarious. I laugh at stuff he says every day.
Aww.
The very next texter, what happened to Roman? Is Trevor back? Is Trevor back permanently? Someone's first text since March 27th.
Wow.
You've missed so much.
220. Okay, I was wondering how long it took him to realize it wasn't Roman.
Trevor, for the time being, is back permanently. We'll see.
I'm on probation, double secret probation.
He's made it, I think, 6 weeks at this point. So, okay. Texas, the last time I was in the ocean, I wanted to be the furthest from the beach, so I went out past the waves breaking and jumped through the swells, then jumped, and a 12-foot tiger shark was 10 feet from me. I could see the scars on it. It swelled again, and I had to jump, and it disappeared. I just knew it was going to get me. I don't know. I didn't know I could swim that fast. It's on you. You're in his house. Don't want to see tiger sharks out there? Don't swim out that far. That's where they live.
I don't know if tigers are. I hope they're not attracted to urine, because if I saw one swim past me, I would pee myself.
Texter says, hey, Mike, I noticed some references behind paywalls on 3 and 24/7 Louisville boards to the banner coming back. Is there any new smoke on the U of L reversing the vacation of records from the NCAA? Not to my knowledge, but I know the Riddler just got a boner hearing that.
Bricked up, baby.
I saw Frank Ansel on the eBay like 2 days ago, just tweeted out for no apparent reason, hang the banner back up, which I appreciated. But I don't have a direct line to Josh. If you're listening, let us know. Just send me an eyeball emoji text. That's what I need. That's all I need. Eyeball emoji text.
I still have an idea of him just hanging up and not telling anybody, and someone asks him a question. He goes, "What are you talking about? It's been up for a week. Like, have you not been inside?"
Just act like it never came down.
Just
every picture from the last 6 years is just photoshopped to have the banner up there. It honestly would be like a fantastic approach.
And just deny it until the day you die.
We have never once taken that banner down.
What are you talking about, Jason? It's been up this whole time.
There's a press release from 3 years ago saying you're putting up a coaches poll #1 banner. And it's not true. It's AI.
Fake news.
Everyone can fake anything these days. Banners never come down. I'd love Josh for it.
I might go up to him and do the "you're not worthy" to him right in the middle of the press conference.
Here's the duality of man. The very next text comes in from the Riddler. Here we go.
Oh, this is a riddle?
No. I see Josh's name a lot. I actually see Joshy Boy, which always means that he's about to rail on him. It took 1 day for UK to get a lawsuit in front of a judge. That's not how it happened. To get Mark Mitchell eligible. It's not true. He's not eligible yet. They haven't even had the hearing. 1 freaking day in a Louisville City court. Again, you're wrong about this, Riddler. We got to get the facts straight. Still waiting on Joshy Boy to file some paperwork for retroactive eligibility for the 2012-13 teams. He can't figure out that the NCAA has too many things going on to have a discussion about returning the banner. They're getting their ass kicked in court every single day. Discussing the past is not a priority for them, and it never will be. They're trying to survive beyond tomorrow. You have to take it. Make it a priority for us. Alternatively, can the Collier Law Firm partner with the Riddler to file for Joshy Boy since it's too hard for him to step away from his super important big boss boy job for a day? I'll type it up and hold the presser. Nothing would bring me more joy.
What's Riddler going to do when the banner does go back up? I'm going to worry about it.
Start hammering on Josh for something else.
I'd go visit him and just make sure he's okay.
But, okay, here's an honest question, though.
Okay.
The Riddler, I mean, it's kind of a gimmick at this point. Did the Josh Hurd and the banner thing? Is he wrong, though, about this?
Oh, no. He's not wrong at all.
Couldn't we, what's the likelihood that if we filed a simple suit right now, that the NCAA would just be like, yeah, sure, whatever. Like, we got other stuff going on right now. Or do we think they would fight tooth and nail for a decision that was made in haste a decade ago? I think we'd win.
It would be the equivalent of like when you ask your dad for permission or something. He's had a long day of work. And he's like, just go do it. Just whatever.
Take the layup.
I mean, they're not gonna. They could care less. If you went to them and they were like, banner, what, who, huh, what? Nah, who cares? We got kids that are 30 trying to be eligible to play at LSU. Okay, we got real problems, people.
It's like when every now and then we have something really like super important happening at the house. You'll find like a family member is sick and there's chaos happening at the house, and the kids are like, can we watch YouTube on the iPad? And you're like, sure, whatever. Go like
exactly. Yeah.
That's the situation that the NCAA is in right now. They got everybody. They're not even sure they're going to exist in 48 hours. Yeah, they hang the banner, whatever. Like, hang 5 other banners if you want to. Who cares? Tell yourself you were the 2012 national champion. We don't have time for this.
We got LSU trying to start a point guard who was alive when the Beatles were together. Okay, we've got more important things to look into.
Leave Sky Clark alone.
That's right. He did transfer there, didn't he?
Transferred to LSU as of last night. They have a full 5-team roster now, 5-player roster.
Well, good for them.
They can field a starting lineup. Will Wade, he's back. He's back, baby. Let's take a break. When we come back, it's the third hour of the show. We got to talk, speaking of LSU, we got to talk about this Jaden Daniels thing. We've also got some interesting Lincoln Keenholz news that's out there that we'll get into. Then we'll get back to the Gameday Men's Health text line. Keep it locked right here. It's the Rutherford Show. Hour number 3 is next here on the Big X.
Saving it up Friday night with the Sultans.
Hey there, New Albany. This is Mayor Jeff Gahan. It's another year here in our River City, and what better time to show your support for our high school's athletic programs. Whether it's basketball or football, track and field or soccer, swimming or tennis, our Bulldogs are giving it their all on the field and court. So let's rally behind them, New Albany. Come out to the games, cheer them on, and let's make some noise. Let's show everyone what it means to be a part of the best city in Southern Indiana. Go Bulldogs!
Guns, gears, deal. It's everything concealed carry. With over 1,000 firearms in stock, we've got what you're looking for. Fast. SIG, Smith & Wesson, HK, Glock, plus the best selection of used guns in Louisville. Looking for premium? Kimber, Dan Wesson, Wilson Combat. Selling? We've got selling. We pay cash for guns, and we always have specials. Don't wait. Get in today. Everything concealed carry. 10306 Taylorsville Road in the heart of J-Town. Everything concealed carry. Serious selection, serious value.
Card Nation, your Louisville volleyball team is headed to Music City in September. Check out the team in the Broadway Block Party on September 6th. Your Cards look to take on Powerhouse, Texas in a matchup at Bridgestone Arena. Grab your tickets at gocards.com/VB Nashville today.
Check the back seat.
All right, come here.
Check the back seat.
Gets in your head, right? Good. Because every year, dozens of children are forgotten in the backseat of a car by a parent or caregiver. All never thought it could happen to them. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
If you've been hurt in a car accident or hurt on the job, there's only one law firm to call. Call my friend Tony at the Collier Law Firm at 502-736-8141. Tony will get you paid. This guy used to work for the insurance company, so he knows the other team's playbook. Tony's a diehard Cardinal fan. His family's from Portland and Shively, and he grew up in Fern Creek. With that combination, you know this man can fight and win. In an accident or hurt on the job, call Collier Law Firm. That's Colyer Law Firm. Call today. Hey, Cards fans. Take your courage to new heights with an MBA from the University of Louisville. The Full-Time MBA is an innovative 12-month program that accelerates your career trajectory with convenient in-person evening classes. Competitive 11-month paid internship opportunities provide you with valuable industry experience as well. It's the MBA that pays. Get started today and you can earn your degree in just 1 year. The first step is visiting business.louisville.edu/U of L MBA to learn more.
Defining a new era in men's health, Gameday Mens Health delivers real results. No shortcuts. From testosterone replacement, weight loss, to peptides, vitamins, and sexual performance therapy, they will have you covered. From their in-house lab that gives you answers in just 15 minutes in our clinic that is designed for men who value speed, privacy, and most importantly, results. Visit GamedayMensHealth.com. Real men, real science, real change. Visit GamedayMensHealth.com.
Options. When it comes to insurance, that's exactly what you deserve. I'm Chad Hennessy with InsureMax, and I've been proudly serving the Louisville area for over 25 years. As an independent agent, we work with auto owners insurance to find coverage that fits you, not the other way around. InsureMax delivers strength, service, and peace of mind through partners like Auto Owners Insurance. More choices, more options. Call me, Chad Hennessy, at 502-479-4085.
When design is key to your landscape project, give Walnut Ridge Landscape and Design a call at 812-288-6691. Walnut Ridge has more experience than any landscape company in the area. Remember, Walnut Ridge Landscape and Design. When design is key to your project and you want the most experienced landscaping company in the area. Give Walnut Ridge a call at 812-288-6691. Walnut Ridge Landscape and Design. When design is key.
Baptisms of fire. I've witnessed your suffering as the battle raged on. And though we were hurting so bad,
I've learned something about you. I've just figured out recently. You like a lot of slow songs, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Like between this and
I like
like
a lot of fast songs too.
This and like Elliott Smith though, like if you were born 10 years earlier, I could see you being a golf kid.
No, I like too many upbeat songs too. I just like music. I like a lot of slow stuff, like a lot of fast stuff.
I do too.
I like this song a lot. Well, this song also was a major part of one of the greatest TV moments of all time, which is, I believe, the end of the second season of The West Wing.
Okay.
When Bartlett decides that he's going to run for a second term, and this song is playing in the background as he's getting ready to make the announcement. It's very cool.
Full circle what I said of how music is always connected to us in pop culture, television, and movies. Though.
That one especially, though. I don't even think I was aware of that song before I watched The West Wing and fell in love with that song because of that moment. It's the third hour of the Mike Rutherford Show, the Thursday edition here on 1450 96.1 Big X Sports Radio. We'll get to you guys on the Gameday Mens Health text line again here in a second. But a couple of things that we need to get to. One, so we had an open practice again today. I think there's only one left. It's tomorrow. Keith Wynn's going to be out there. I think we're going to have him call in after practice, and he'll talk about what he saw. But the only thing that I keep seeing from practice today is that there was a full-on special teams like thing that they did, and the best punt of the entire session came from Lincoln Keenholz.
Oh, it wasn't. Oh.
It's like, good?
Well, you know what? You know what the longest punt in NFL history is?
Was it by a quarterback?
It is.
Like a pooch punt?
Sort of, yeah. It was Randall Cunningham.
Oh, I feel like I knew that at one point.
He was a punter and a quarterback at UNLV, and it was like a 3rd and like 20-something, and Buddy Ryan, the genius he was, decided. Now, in fairness, it did bounce for like 25, 30 yards. But I mean,
now, it is not the record, though.
Oh, it's not? I thought it was. I was
it's
like
the
98.
Third longest punt, 91 yards, Randall Cunningham. The longest punt in NFL history is 98 yards by Steve O'Neill of the New York Jets, set in 1969. The second longest is 93 by Sean McCarthy for the Patriots against the Bills in 1991. But I have seen that clip of.
I always thought it was number one. I'm sorry about it.
It's like a legit kick, too. I mean, he crushes the ball.
I think it was against the Giants. Did you say that, or did you? I don't remember.
It was against the Giants, exactly. 89. This kid can do it all, folks. He's the man. But
do we use the pooch punt in situations?
Keenholz is an athlete. He can do whatever he wants.
I mean, if it's like 3rd and like 20-something, I mean, I don't know, 3rd and 40. I don't know. I mean, what distance in 3rd down would you pooch punt at?
Like, if it's a 3rd and 6 and you're close to midfield and maybe you're clinging to a 3-point lead in the middle of the 3rd quarter, you want to give the threat of, hey, we may go for this. And then you just
3rd down.
Yeah. No, I meant 4th down.
Oh,
you know
okay.
Okay, yeah. 3rd down push punt would be very not Jeff Bromwich, but it's a weapon you can use.
No, I'm pretty sure Cunningham's was 3rd down.
Oh, was it?
I'm almost. I thought
it was 3rd and 35, and they just wanted to catch.
Yeah, it was like 3rd and 28 or
Gotcha.
something. Because I remember, I think he was in like inside our own 10 when he did it.
Gotcha. There was this is by Ben Fawkes, who covers sports betting. There was a notable Heisman Trophy bet at a Caesar Sports in Illinois 2 days ago. Someone has placed a 5,000, I don't know why you have the 75 cents on there, 5,075 cent bet.
Because how much you had left on his card?
$5,000.75 on Lincoln Keenholz to win the Heisman Trophy at 90-1 odds. If the bet hits, this will pay $450,067.50.
Yeah, get that 50 cents in there.
Are we thinking that this guy knows something, or is this just a super rich guy that can bet $5,000 on random quarterbacks with the potential? Has he made like 3 of these bets on okay quarterbacks with long odds?
That's why I was curious. Like, who else are like the 90-100 odds maybe out there? Like, he just looked at like that area and was like, who has the best chance, and probably did a half of homework by looking. He went to Ohio State. He's at Louisville. Brom's good with quarterbacks. Yada yada. It's only $4.37 for your first drink. So yeah, I think that's what that probably is. I mean, I'm curious. The 75 cents does throw me, but if it was like $5,000 even, I could see him doing like $20,000, 5 on each.
I'm choosing to believe that this is just a like supreme sharp, like an all-knowing ball knower guy who just he knows stuff that the rest of the world doesn't, and he's going to capitalize on it.
I like that.
It makes me feel more positive, though. Makes me feel a little bit more optimistic about this season.
So if Keenholz is 90-1, what's Isaac Brown's odds?
Probably higher.
Really? You think?
Yeah.
I would think he'd be the highest. Oh, you mean higher than like? Well, no.
Like worse.
Worse. Okay.
He is 300-1.
Wow.
Yeah.
I would put money on that one, wouldn't you? Just in case he plays.
Yeah, I mean that's the big if.
I know.
Like that. Honestly, it's not a terrible bet because here's my hope with the Isaac Brown stuff, because I think we're all a little bit worried. By the way, quick update: he did once again participate in the individual and walkthrough positional stuff today, but not the full team period stuff. So he was a partial participant in practice today. But if this is a situation where he's concerned about heavy usage, or his agent's like, hey, we don't want to practice, we don't want whatever's going on, or if this is a real legitimate injury concern, regardless, If he goes out there and lights it up on a national stage in week 1 against Ole Miss, let's say he rushes for like 235 yards and 3 touchdowns, and everybody's like, oh, my God, like this kid's unbelievable.
Which, by the way, is very possible.
Sure. I mean, it's Sunday night, Labor Day weekend. Everyone's college football crazy. Maybe Notre Dame's blowing out Wisconsin, so everybody's watching us play Ole Miss on ABC. He immediately goes from like, oh, yeah, I've heard of that guy. He's good when he's healthy, to everybody talking about him in the national conversation. And then he's back on a national stage 2 weeks later against SMU. If he then lights it up, maybe he starts to get some Heisman buzz, and maybe that eliminates any of the potential we're not going to play against lesser teams, or we're not going to practice here, we're not going to do this. And Isaac Brown's like, dude, I want to win the Heisman. Let's go. Every snap I can get, every rep I can get, I'm out there. I want to rush for 200 yards every game. Like, that to me is best case scenario. Let him get a glimpse of the attention that he could still get as a college football player, and not have everyone in his ear being like, you got to hold out to make sure that you're healthy for the NFL. You can make a lot of money as having a big junior season here at Louisville, too.
I know some people will say Lamar won it with the Syracuse / Florida State performance in his winning year.
It made him the leader, for sure.
Was that the same year? This is where I get mixed up. Was that the same year we had Charlotte in week 1 and he had like 9 touchdowns at halftime but then set out?
Yes.
Or was that okay? So that was. I feel like that
he
game.
sat out a lot of second halves.
But even that Charlotte game, I mean, he has like 300 yards rushing and 8 touchdowns. I'm being somewhat joking and not.
Made some national headlines.
I think that's, I mean, that and that's against Charlotte.
Yeah, he had 8 total touchdowns, I think, in like 2 quarters. I don't think he played it all in the second half.
Yeah, it's insane.
And then he didn't play to the end of the Syracuse game either. So, and then I think he sat out like the fourth quarter of the Marshall game in week 4. So all of his stats that he had, people were like, he's done this in basically 3 games. Like, his team has played 4 games, but he's amassed these stats. He sat at the end of the Florida State game.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't play a full game, I think, until we got to like the Clemson game in October.
But I guess, and the reason I bring up is kind of to piggyback on what you're saying, and him having just an explosive week 1. That those odds can go from 300 to 30
absolutely
in a New York minute.
The September Heisman's a real thing.
Oh, yeah.
And then, so we got some practice notes from Matt McGavick, who was out there today. He said Trey Richardson took part in positionals early in the practice, but did spend the last half of the practice working with a trainer on the side. He's still a little bit dinged up. Brody Foley he's back working out, but he's still wearing a non-contact jersey. That's progress. We're getting back to being fully healthy. And then Brighton Close was also working to the side all day, but all things considered, not as many injured players or limited players today as there have been in the previous sessions. He said they started with a special team segment. Garth White was the guy getting up some long field goal attempts. I don't like the way he ends this, though. He goes, he did make a couple of them. I would hope he'd make more than a couple of them.
Did he only take 3 attempts, hopefully?
Not great. We've also, I saw this news from our guy Ty Spalding earlier today. Marlon Harbin, the freshman from St. X, who was, I think, recruited under the position title of athlete. He played primarily wide receiver at St. X, and he's been working out at wide receiver through the first week of fall camp. They apparently moved him a little bit to running back today. So maybe that's just a direct response to, Isaac's a little bit banged up. Lakai Tompkins is still a little bit banged up. We need some added depth. They did a similar thing last year, and it ended up benefiting us once we got to the end of the season and we had 2 healthy running backs, and one was a guy who started the season as a wide receiver. Maybe they're just setting Marlon Harbin up to be able to know enough running plays so that we could run an offense if he's the break glass in case of emergency back. But he's a super talented kid. He's going to make an impact here at some position. I know that. A lot of people, not just Matt, said that today was the most impressive that Lincoln Keenholz has been throwing the football so far in fall camp. So we're seeing some good progress. He apparently threw a big-time throw to LaWayne McCoy, who continues to show out at the wide receiver position.
I mean, Richardson really not playing much. I mean, this is an opening for us to get Bagley to buy a receiver.
Oh, yeah. No question.
Like, I used it as a verb.
Yeah. Bagley Award competition is still in full swing. Trayshawn Hurry played well today. Keywan Brown apparently looked good. Davin Widner, in addition to Keenholz, also threw the football well. It sounds like it was a good overall day. But apparently our boy Niall Hayes, the new punter from Australia, had a very inconsistent day.
Oh,
so we're in trouble with the punter position.
He got jet lag, man. He just got here.
Give him some venue.
Yeah, for all that flight is from Australia.
Throw another shrimp on the bar.
It's like 6 bags of peanuts. Stop. Like, you can watch like the Godfather trilogy in that time.
Bagley Award candidate Julius Miles had a very physical catch on a great throw from Briggs Cherry, who continues to look very good as a true freshman. Cleve Lubin had multiple would-be sacks during the 11-on-11 portion. Tyler Thompson also had a tackle for loss. I mean, those two are going to be absolute monsters as bookends on the defensive line for the entire season. No question about that. There was another special teams segment of the day to finish the practice. It was a punting competition between two punters. McGavick says, I couldn't get a view of who the punters were, but it didn't matter. The best kick of this period came on the final rep, which was from none other than Keenholz. When I first arrived at practice, I saw Keenholz getting a couple of punt reps in before the team stretch, but I thought nothing of it. Now, this might be something to monitor moving forward.
That doesn't make me feel warm and cozy.
Is he competing for the starting punter job?
I mean, in layman's terms, what Matt just said is, I couldn't see who the two punters were doing, but it doesn't matter. They both suck worse than our quarterback's better than both of them at punting.
Look, Brian Brom, senior year at Trinity, was the starting punter.
Was he really?
Yeah. If you can do it, you can do it. I mean, you just mentioned Randall Cunningham punted at UNLV.
I'm curious, how many times did Trinity actually have to punt Brian Brom's senior year?
I mean, a little bit. That was the team that started 0-4.
Yeah, because they played Seneca.
They lost to Seneca and Manual.
I remember. Then they won the state.
They struggled a little bit, but they also ran a bunch of fake punts with Brian at punter, which was kind of unfair.
Those other three losses were to three nationally ranked teams.
They lost to two. They lost to two nationally ranked teams. They lost to Montgomery Bell and then somebody else from out of state, and then they lost to Manual and Seneca back to back, which I think is still had been their most recent loss to a JCPS school besides Mail before Ballard beat him a couple of years ago.
What was the Seneca quarterback's name? He went to Central Florida. He was a Brandon Bender guy.
Oh, you're thinking of DeMarcus Smith.
Yeah,
that was way later.
Oh, okay, never mind. I'm sorry.
He was in Teddy Bridgewater's class.
My bad. Okay, my ears just mixed up.
You're thinking of Andy Clark.
That name sounds familiar.
He was very good. He played baseball too. He was a year younger than me. He was Brian's class, and he ended up he went to Franklin College, which was besides Transy the only school that recruited me to play baseball.
I do remember Seneca beating him though.
Yeah, he was a good quarterback and a very good pitcher. We got to talk. I know that it's all. We mentioned Sky Clark.
Briefly.
He's back in college basketball. He's playing for LSU, assuming that this injunction holds. Best of luck to him. But so you said you haven't seen any of the Jaden Daniels stuff.
No. Yeah, I saw him trending, I think, earlier or something at one point, but I didn't click on it.
So Jaden Daniels, of course, played at LSU. Now he's in the NFL. There's been a lot of reports over the years about his mom being way too involved in his affairs. I think she serves as his agent. She does all this stuff. But so she put out a statement, I think, 2 days ago saying, through their attorney, that LSU can no longer use Jaden Daniels' name, image, and likeness because he has felt, quote unquote, profoundly disrespected that LSU allowed cornerback DJ Pickett to wear his number 5 jersey this season.
You're kidding me.
Keep in mind, his jersey is not retired.
Of course it's not. Why would it be?
But they're like, this is completely disrespectful that they're allowing a cornerback to wear his jersey.
Oh.
There's all this stuff. They must you no longer can use his image in any promotional materials. You can't reference his Heisman. They took it a step farther today, Trev.
Who they being Jaden Daniels or LSU?
Jaden Daniels in his camp. Okay. They want LSU to return their copy of his Heisman Trophy. They're like, no. Give it back. It's not even the real Heisman, but the school gets a copy, the kid gets a copy. It's
not even theirs. They want it?
No. And LSU has said, we have no intention of doing that.
Hell yeah.
I mean, is this guy the biggest baby alive? I mean, Joe Burrow's not doing anything like this.
Love him.
People are wearing Joe Burrow's number, and Joe Burrow was way better than Jaden Daniels was at LSU.
Can you imagine in a school that has Will Wade and Lane Kiffin that Jaden Daniels is the biggest D-bag in the group?
I mean, he led them to the Citrus Bowl in 2022.
He was
They lost 4 games, and then a year later they lost 3 games, and he opted out of the ReliaQuest Bowl. You didn't even compete for a national title.
No.
This guy's an absolute loser.
He had the one good year at Arizona State, and then he got injured, and then he went to LSU. But he went to ASU, by the way.
Yeah, for 2 years.
People kind of forget he was there, yeah.
Now, he has made a statement on this after it's kind of taken up
I'm sorry I come off like a baby.
Yeah, so this has been a huge news story for the last 24 hours. Almost everybody is like, you look like a tool. Stop. I saw him get compared to Robin Aaron from Game of Thrones, the 11-year-old boy that was still breastfeeding from his mom.
Yeah.
You're like, this is basically Jane Dale.
Throw him through the moon door.
So exactly. He put out a statement about an hour ago on Instagram saying, I've been locked in on training camp, and that's been my number one focus. I have a lot of gratitude for my time at LSU, and I'm proud of what my teammates and I accomplished there. Obviously, there are issues to be worked out between my team and LSU, and my hope is that it will get done privately. That's out the window. My sole personal focus is on Commanders football. I realize the business of football is unique, and I trust this can all be resolved. Get over yourself. I also like that the kid wearing his
Okay, did you just see this quote, by the way?
What?
From the kid wearing his number. I think that's what you're going to read. I'm sorry, go on.
Well, I mean, all I saw was that he was like, I've got no intention of not wearing number 5.
There's a quote exist. I'm not changing numbers. They gave me this number before I got on campus. Tell him to go cry to his mommy.
There's no way that's real.
That's
got to be a fake account.
Okay, it's never mind.
Yeah,
right.
There's absolutely no way. You got got. There's no way.
I just saw it 2 seconds ago, so I thought it said on 3. It says no 3. I don't care. I wish he had said that. That'd been hilarious, wouldn't it?
Like,
did Jaden kind of throw his mom under the bus here by saying I'm on training camp? This wasn't me or something.
Well, his mom's the one who's put out all the statements. I mean, like Fernando Mendoza goes to Indiana, wins the Heisman, goes 16-0, basically changes everything that we've known for our entire existence about Indiana football. Someone's wearing his number this year.
I mean, we talked about Teddy's number, should it be retired, which is number 5 at one point.
Someone wore Lamar's number the year after he graduated.
Yeah, because we didn't retire for a few years.
I think it was like a walk-on backup quarterback who was like, I don't know how I feel about this, but nobody wanted to take Lamar's number, but somebody had to get it, and Lamar didn't give a bleep. What? Who does he think he is?
See, the crazy thing is, like, on one hand, I do. Part of me wants to be like, I love the respective jersey numbers because I'm kind of an old school, like, I want to wear my number. But that's what you do, like, when you get to Washington and you want to wear number 5. Like, once you've gone, it's LSU. You're there for 2 years. Who cares? I mean, you're telling me no one's worn number 5 since he's been gone?
I mean, it's just absolutely outrageous. I wish I could remember this. There was a clip going around that was pretty viral the other day about, it was somebody in the NBA, like a long-time NBA vet. Maybe it was not Jeff Teague. It was somebody better than Jeff Teague, who was talking about, I think it was like Tracy McGrady. He got traded to a new team, and somebody had his number.
Number 1.
Yeah, it was like they outed the player pretty quick. He kept the names quiet, but people on social media knew exactly who it was. And it was somebody who was like a rookie, hadn't proved a lot, was like a second-round draft pick, may or may not have even hung around the league. And it must not have been Tracy McGrady because it was someone who wanted number 17. And he was like, I went up to him and I was like, hey, my man. I was like, would love to have your number. Like, how about we don't need to go through the whatever. I'll give you $17K for it. Like, and the kid looks up at him and goes, I'm going to need $1 million. And he was like, so I laughed. I went to the coach and I said, I'm going to need his number. And so he got nothing out of it. He's like, you could have had $17,000 and my respect. Instead, you lost the respect of the entire locker room and had to give your number up for nothing.
I mean, we've seen this.
Have a little humility.
I mean, we see this every time a player gets drafted in pro leagues, like a big time rookie, and someone's wearing his number. Will he wear it? Shaq famously wore 33 in college, wore 32 in Orlando because Terry Caltridge wouldn't give his number up. He's told stories like, about how he tried to bribe him or, threatened him, but he didn't get his number. I mean, and in most cases, we'll see players buy the number from another player, but
yeah.
Again, we're not talking. That's not even in the same boat of what we're talking about. Jane Daniels doing. This is like some dude that's like 4 years removed from college. It has been almost 4 years, hasn't it?
Any young kid worth a damn. I mean, Ryan Conwell. Remember when they were like Giannis? So he's like, yeah, he can have my number, whatever. I'm just happy to be here. I'm trying to earn my way. I'll take whatever number they give me. That's the mentality to have. And I think most players understand that, especially when they're not lottery picks or first-round NFL guys with all this bonus
But this
money.
guy's talking about a number he wore 4 years ago. He's like, I wore it in a college. No one else should wear it. And he's pissed about it.
He was profoundly disrespected.
I mean, that's disrespectful.
Get over yourself.
Do you not remember what Philadelphia did to you in the NFC Championship game 2 years ago? That was disrespectful.
One of the dumbest controversies I've ever seen, and entirely avoidable. It's all on him. It's all on his. Just what a chump.
I mean, there's no way he can look good out of this. He's done.
Let's take a couple of texts on the Gameday Mens Health text line before we wrap up the 4 o'clock hour. 502-414-1450 is the number. Speedy Tom says,
attorneys.
Mike, accept this as my formal apology for being mad that you didn't read my text yesterday. After checking my text after the show, you can see in the above screenshot that it was my mistake, and now I think I can show my face in that doctor's office. I don't even know what this was. What did he text yesterday? Trevor, I'm good friends with your stepdad. What did he do at the NFL Hall of Fame?
That was from the other day.
To make you mad? Well, he said you didn't read my text yesterday. You didn't send it. There's no text from you yesterday.
Yeah, I was going to say, you sent that text during the overtime thing from Monday.
Oh, I think he sent it to the wrong number is what he's saying.
Yeah, he sent it to, I guess.
He did. He accidentally sent it to a advanced ENT and allergy. And the text was, I'm gooning so hard I'm trembling. Which is hilarious.
Not exactly stop to unsubscribe.
We're definitely in the goon zone, boys. Texter says, Dolphins guy here. I'm joining the Riddler in criticizing Josh Hurd. Kentucky has had their Kroger football posters out since August 1st. Where are ours? What the heck, Mike? We need an investigation into this. Is it because Rocco is gone? Look, Stephen Williams is doing a good job on the football side of things. Let's take it down a notch. Louisville football posters, I'm going to look this up right now. I think I looked this up for somebody else, and it was like August 7th last year. Yeah, August 7th. We're a week late. What are we doing? Where are the posters?
Are they just
2024, they were released on July 15th.
What the bleep, man?
If I've learned one thing over the years, it's that the people need their football and basketball schedule posters. A lot of things have changed over the past decade or so. One thing that has not is that the people need those schedule posters to go in their cubicles so they can mark their calendars and look at Lincoln Keno's handsome face 5 days a week, every week.
I mean,
get the posters fixed, guys.
How else do you get through a work week? I don't know any other better way.
I'm serious about this. There's no reason for the poster to be this late. We're 24 days away from kickoff, Trev. Do we even have posters this year? Is that a financial cut? Come on.
There's got to be something else you can cut other than that. I don't know these beer prices $1.
I'm with you there. We say that as two guys that don't regularly attend games.
Yeah, I know. Well, and don't drink, so.
Let's take a break. Well, if I'm going to a game, I'm going to be drinking. Let's go to a break here. Last break of the day. We'll come back. We'll run through as many texts as we can. We'll make a prediction for the night ahead in sports, and then we will call it a Thursday. It's the Rutherford Show. Wrapping it up after the break here on the Big X.
I've witnessed your suffering as the battle reached high.
Guns, gears, and great deals. Say it with me. Everything concealed carry. With over 1,000 firearms in stock, you'll find exactly what you're looking for. Shop SIG, Smith & Wesson, HK, Glock, and more. Plus the best selection of used guns in Louisville. Looking for premium? Check out Kimber, Dan Wesson at Wilson Combat. We pay cash for guns, and we always have specials. Visit Everything Concealed Carry, 10306 Taylorsville Road in the heart of J-Town. Everything Concealed Carry, your best shot at a great deal.
Options. When it comes to insurance, that's exactly what you deserve. I'm Chad Hennessy with InsureMax, and I've been proudly serving the Louisville area for over 25 years. As an independent agent, we work with Auto Owners Insurance to find coverage that fits you, not the other way around. InsureMax delivers strength, service, and peace of mind through partners like Auto Owners Insurance. More choices, more options. Call me, Chad Hennessy, at 502-479-4085.
Hello, I'm Todd Metter, President and founder of TKM Financial Services. I've been blessed to serve clients in the financial services industry since 1993, and I've learned it's never too little, never too late to take control of your finances and enjoy the fruits of your labor. Listen to my live call-in show on Wednesdays from 6 to 7 p.m. on WGTK 970. A Nickel and a Plan Finance Show is real talk about all things money, done with a musical twist. Tune in and even join in as we talk markets, investment strategies, financial planning, risk management, how the financial services industry really works, and more. Listen to replays of A Nickel and a Plan Finance Show on Saturday mornings at 8 a.m. on Big X Sports 96.1 FM and 1450 AM. For more information about the services TKM offers, online at tkmfsllc.com or 450-PLAN, that's 450-7526. TKM Financial Services, comprehensive in approach, client first, in nature.
Introducing the 1909 Society, the new giving society of Louisville Athletics. Become a member and unlock exclusive access, premium experiences, and insider benefits while supporting student athletes. Visit gocards.com/1909society to learn more. Through the 1909 Society, donor generosity ensures Louisville Athletics is positioned not just to adapt, but to thrive in the rapidly changing college athletics landscape. Join today and be part of the legacy. Visit gocards.com/1909society to learn more.
Are you a top-tier HVAC tech or installer feeling stuck in second gear? It's time for a career upgrade with Divine Services Heating and Air. We're looking for the best in the business, and we pay like it. Get the top pay your skill deserves and a sign-on bonus and insurance. Work with a team that respects your talent and rewards your hard work. Take control of your future today. Call Divine Services at 502-712-1979. That's 502-712-1979.
Your next company or group outing is waiting with Louisville Bats Baseball. With options to fit any budget, Louisville Slugger Field is the perfect place to host your group's event. From suites to all-you-can-eat areas to simply enjoying a night out together, let a Bats group representative help you plan the perfect night at the ballpark. There's no better place to connect with clients or enjoy time out of the office with the team. Games are filling up fast. To get started on your outing, contact a real person at 502-212-BATS or visit batsbaseball.com.
This Wave Storm Tracking Team forecast is brought to you by Glanz & Buffett Plumbing, Heating and Cooling. Comfort you can count on. Service you can trust since 1923.
We'll keep an eye to the radar with scattered storms as we go throughout the early evening hours. Some of those could be strong with gusty winds and very heavy rain. Otherwise, overnight, a little bit drier, temperatures in the muggy 70s. We'll look for an additional storm chance. It'll be scattered early Friday morning. Some isolated flooding can't be ruled out north of Louisville. Otherwise, Friday afternoon is hot. I'm Wave Storm Tracking Team meteorologist Ryan Hoke.
This is Kentuckiana's only locally owned sports talk, The Big X, AM 1450 and 96.1 FM, WXVW Jeffersonville.
Yeah, the boy can play.
I'm now so worried about these songs getting our show banned across the globe again.
See, if it does it today and we know it's because of Dire Straits, we're just going to send your dad over there to just get him, set him straight.
Don't blame my dad.
No, I'm to be like, listen, I dare you block both my son and Dire Straits.
Yeah, you can make that happen. It is the final segment of the Thursday edition of the show. By the way, right there at the end of the last segment, I was telling the story of the guy who had recently said on a podcast that, you know, a rookie was trying to like basically sell him the number that he wanted for $1 million. It was Davante Adams who was the player who was telling the story.
17, yeah,
17,
okay, yeah.
And the player that he didn't mention any names.
You said Tracy McGrady originally.
I couldn't remember who it was.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of like any big NBA player that was later in their
At least
career.
I'm close.
I did say I think it may have been actually a football player at the end.
Okay, yeah.
And I was right about 17.
You're right. You had the number right.
But I totally forgot who it was. But Davante Adams was telling the story. The player the rookie who was like, yeah, I'm going to need $1 million for that, was, again, not outed by him, but quickly identified by fans, Malachi Corley from Western Kentucky.
Oh, the receiver, yeah.
Who, was a third-round draft pick, had not played, and he was like, yeah, I'm going to need $1 million. And Adams just goes to the owner, and he's like, yeah, give me his number.
Was that what the Jets?
With the Browns. He plays for the Browns now.
No, but
Corley does.
Yeah, but did Corley played with the Jets. Did this story happen with the Jets?
It had to have been with the Jets.
Yeah,
because that's where Adams was. He ended up playing in 9 games that year. Corley did and had 3 catches for 16 yards.
Yeah, Corley came from that.
Maybe not the guy to say, hey, yeah, I'll give you your uni for $1 million.
I mean,
maybe just take the 17K.
He was trying to get paid, man.
He's also, you don't
Yeah.
have, you also kind of have to know that he's being nice by saying, I'll give you 17,000.
Yeah, but
for
if
your
you're
number.
Corley, you look at this guy like, this dude has a Taco Bell in his house. I've seen the commercials. Like, he can afford $1 million, right?
It's still a D-bag move. With D-bag results, he got traded to the Browns. Maybe
Well, that's punishment enough, right?
I don't know if that's an upgrade or a degrade, depending on where the Jets have been the last few years, but that was the story.
Those are 2 of your worst teams.
Yeah. Game Day Men's Health text lines 502-414-1450. We have a lot of text to get to, not a lot of time to make that happen. We also have an update. Joe on the Thornton's YouTube stream. He let us know armadillos are naturally expanding their range northward into Kentucky from Texas and the American South due to changing climate patterns and warmer winters. They first appeared in western Kentucky about 40 years ago, and they've now been reported in over 60 of Kentucky's 120 counties, stretching from the western edge toward Louisville and as far east as Pike County. So 10 years from now, we may just have armadillos just roaming free all over St. Matthews and Butchell and every part of this damn city. They're going to be everywhere.
Somehow I believe the Democrats are to blame.
Why?
I don't know. Just I isn't that what you do?
We recognize changing global patterns.
Oh, that's right. Republicans are to blame. Look at your lack of trusting Al Gore did to us.
Or maybe to credit, because maybe armadillos would be fun to have in the backyard.
Do you really want an armadillo in your backyard?
Just change of pace, Trev. I prefer them to possums. They have those wood
I don't
peg
look like
teeth.
a possum.
They can't bite you. We're good.
This
All
feels like when Bart let go of like frogs in Australia and it ruined their ecosystem.
I don't get that reference.
It was Bart Simpson.
I mean, clearly it's Simpson, but I don't.
You don't remember that? Okay.
No. Cuz fan. Oh, this guy. Cuz fan Brian.
Now you'd rather hear from me, don't you?
Yeah. Suck it, Mike. To fill you in on what's been happening with baseball, since I'm sure you're avoiding it like the plague. Hey, we won today. Another series win for the Reds. The Cubs are 8-1. Nobody cares since the trade deadline. Blah 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 blah. PCA is going to win the MVP. Blah 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 blah. You're not going to catch the Brewers. Just spoiler alert. You're going to limp into the playoffs as a wild card and lose in the first round again. Congrats.
Yeah, he's getting the yada yada.
Yeah. With the addition of Trimble, life's been pretty good since we last talked. While I have you, let's check in on how the Reds are doing. And Hunter Green is hurt again. Par for the course. Well, at least he's out for next year. There's not even going to be baseball next year, so it doesn't even matter. Enjoy finishing around 10 games under 500 again, but hey, there's always next year. Again, we made the playoffs last year. Suck it, Cubs.
I didn't even realize until like well past the deadline that we traded Kevin Gossman to the Cubs.
For the record, people can go back and check the tapes. Last winter, I was saying, I know it's an unpopular opinion, but I would trade Hunter Green if I were the Reds. I don't think he wants to be here. He's going to go through the motions. He'll sit out when he can. You can get great value for him. I would unload him. They chose not to. They gave him a new contract. It's the worst contract I've ever seen. He barely pitched this year. He's not pitching at all next year if there even is a season. The Reds just suck. They just suck.
Pete brought something up the other day. It was like apparently PCA doesn't believe Babe Ruth existed.
I'm not shocked. The guy's a loser.
I mean,
he doesn't believe Babe Ruth existed?
Yeah, like he thinks he's made up.
He's like, I mean,
the guy was in a movie. You know that, right?
There's live footage of him.
That's what I said.
At least people who say I don't think that there were dinosaurs.
Just Google it
you
to
can
see.
make a case. You can't make a case that Babe Ruth didn't exist.
He said something where he just thought he was made up. He didn't exist.
Pete Crow Armstrong suggests Babe Ruth never existed due to a lack of diverse archival footage.
I mean, how much more iconic whatever footage do you need?
Do you want high-def footage from 1922?
Do you want him saying hello to you?
This guy sucks. I can't stand this guy.
His mom was a lot cooler in the movie Little Big League. I don't know, actually, was she really there?
Texas says, since no one is bold enough to talk about it, I will. Oh, God. So-called rapper Ice Spice, not where I thought this was going, was set to perform at EKU on August 21st, but has since canceled the event.
No one bought tickets?
This will cause EKU to lose $68,750 of the original $125,000 down payment that they made to her. Not sure what is more embarrassing, EKU trying to get this broad to come perform, or her taking the money and bouncing. Hashtag go Big E. This is not a good start to the athletic season for Eastern Kentucky.
No, I thought us losing to Nebraska last night was a bad start.
I wasn't going to bring it up, but since
Sorry.
Trevor did,
well, I figured
the 2026-2027 U of L athletic season did start with a 3-1 loss to Nebraska last night. I did check in at one point because I was like, oh, I want to make my requisite jokes about, hey, we're going to be undefeated in all sports this season. And I checked, and it was 2-0 Nebraska at halftime. And I was like, oh, maybe we just ignore this.
Someone actually pays Ice Spice to come and perform.
Yeah.
Okay.
The guy who tried to help your tennis elbow yesterday says, why do I care, Trev? Why? I give you exercises to help, and I'm not crying. He's just disappointed.
Well, first of all, I couldn't look at these yesterday because I don't have access to the text line unless I'm on this computer. Second of all, thought he was talking about that hammer thing, which was not. I'm looking at these now. Yes. But I couldn't do any of these yesterday. Like, today I can do these. Yesterday was the day where it was so bad. Like, I hit a pothole driving home, and it just made, like, just pain go through my whole right arm. I don't know how to – it's very painful.
Usually pot has the opposite effect on you.
Well, once I got home, that's a different story.
Texas first-time texter, Cowboy.
Cowboy.
How concerned should we be about Lincoln punting for us this year? It can't be that bad, right?
Well, if he's good, who cares? It's not a concern, right?
I mean – look at the natural progression. We get rid of our punters from last year because they suck. We bring in new punters. They go through spring practice and fall camp. We bring in a punter from Australia.
Who knew about, by the way, I think, right?
And now our quarterback is punting. It's not a great sign, Texter. I don't know how else to say it. It's not ideal. It's not what we want. I mean, imagine a situation where we beat Ole Miss, we blow out Nova, we beat SMU. We're undefeated in mid-October. We're ranked in the top 10. Everyone's saying we're the playoff, contender, ACC favorite, all that stuff. And then Lincoln Keenels gets hurt punting in a game.
Well, like somebody doing a rebuffing the kicker.
Yeah, punt gets blocked, tears his hammy, done for the year. I'd die. I would never forgive Niall Hayes or whatever his name is, the Australian.
Why would it be? Would you blame the special
Be better at punting. You're Australian. It's in your blood. What are you doing? Come on.
It is a family tradition, I hear.
Ohio guy says, hey, Mike, how would you react if Trevor's biological father turned out to be Glenn Rutherford? Be a great story.
Brother?
You can move in with my parents.
Brothers don't shake hands. Brothers got a hug.
They'd love to have you. Boxcar Bob says, interning in out here, just leaving the show scorched earth style for all the international listeners. Does this mean he's banned from the show now? No, I can't do that.
By the time he comes, if or when he does come back, by then I will have forgotten about it maybe. So a texter reminds us, then we get mad and throw him out.
Texter says, new wrinkle with the handicap bathroom stall. Again, really? What do you do if the paper toilet seat covers are only available in the handicap stall and not the regular? Do you grab one and walk it back? Does this allow for permission to stay in the handicap stall? Help. I mean, no. I take it and bring it to the normal stall.
I mean, does this come as a shock that I don't ever use those things anyway?
Oh, you don't? Do you just put toilet paper down, or do you just go bare ass in there?
Bare or hover.
Okay. Texas need to Google playing music on YouTube. You're going to get your YouTube channel shut down. That's someone's first text since last September.
Well, was it the last time we had one banned, maybe? Because the last, two of his last three is off the air.
And those are the only ones during our show. The Mets fans cry as much Reds fans will send at 7:54 a.m. in September.
My first text ever was, what is it? Why not go 5-1 on top 5 list? Did Letterman go 1-2?
Chris the Plumber says, Stephen Peak is my new target.
Yeah, he got on Peak today.
That dose not mean Mike's off the hook, but this guy on a local radio station refusing to acknowledge U of L has 3 national championships is peak level delusion. Oh, he spelled it with the E too. Where do y'all find these gas bags? We talked about Peak. Mike, do you know the details of Brahms' extension? Yeah, we talked about it. All we have to do is find an Obama-appointed judge and tell him Trump's a big UK Mark Mitchell fan. He'll instantly be ruled ineligible. Fact.
I love how Chris the Plumber's moved to KRC now. We need more U of L on KRC. Between me, Chris, and Jacob, KRC's getting taken over, baby.
Love it. Texas, real producers always do music on the fly. It's a feel thing, Trev.
No, I mean
a lot of people do they do the music to what you're talking about on the show.
Yeah, but usually when that's done, they also have like outlines of the show, and you know what they're going to be talking about the day before.
Not my experience.
Yeah, because you don't do outlines. When's the last time you actually produced the show?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I've had other producers besides you.
That's true.
And they typically do the thing where it's like they play a song directly related to what we're talking about.
No, I'm more prepared than they are.
Or you're just lazier.
Well, how's that lazy if I'm more prepared?
Because you're not reacting in the middle of the show.
Yeah, but that's I'm not paying attention to the regular show. What am I supposed to play that reacts to what we're talking about?
You did it today with Dire Straits?
I did.
That's what I'm saying. Texas, go independent. I doubt NOFX with their indie label is going to strike your show. Punk Rock Rutherford Show.
Wait a minute. Can you read that one more time?
I'm not going to say that.
No, you didn't read it wrong.
I know what it is. I'm saying NOFX for a reason.
Yeah. So white and nerdy when you say it's NoFX.
Well, I think it's
NoFX. I know the band.
But isn't it supposed to be? I believe it's pronounced like no bleeps.
Yeah. I have actually, for the record, played a NoFX song on here.
Texas says, you know who doesn't have a problem using their right arm? Trevor's mom. Come on.
That's from Papa. Who, by the way, Papa, I saw your Facebook posts about your trip to the Hall of Fame without me. I'm glad your real kids enjoyed it.
It's not fair.
Yeah. I'm just the redheaded stepchild with gray hair.
This is why Dad's adopting him. This is why now he's a Rutherford.
Exactly. Thank you.
Texas, as funny as it would be for Keenos to be the punter, if you're a soccer player or former high school punter and go to U of L, you should show up to an open practice with a ball and just start booting it in front of Jeff. Could make some decent cash for yourself. Hey. People always say this. I rarely see soccer players always try to do this when I was growing up. In high school, in grade school, they're like, I'm going to be on the football team. And then they sucked at punting and kicking because it's totally different. It's like everybody saying that quarterbacks should all be pitchers in baseball. The throwing motion is totally different. It's just like, and if you're so used to doing it one way, it's hard to retrain your brain to be better. Now, some get it down because they put in the effort.
The balls are different, too, in case you didn't know.
It's a little bit different. Yeah. It's not that easy. Texter says, I don't know if you're a wannabe Ennis or Ennis is a wannabe Rutherford. I don't know I don't think either of us want to be each other. I love Mark.
I'm actually just kind of happy someone's attacking you for once and not me. It's like I think everyone's ever yelled at you. Everybody always loves you.
Well, I don't think they're attacking me. He's saying I don't know if you're a wannabe Ennis or if Mark's a wannabe you.
Oh, I don't think either one. I don't think y'all sound completely different.
We're very different, but I love Mark. I've known him for forever.
And this is a little more slower in his delivery
and then also says stay-at-home dad after that. I have no idea what that means.
I think he's telling you to be a stay-at-home dad.
Oh, is that what he's saying?
I'm assuming.
Or is he saying that me and Mark both want to be stay-at-home dads?
I like how also this is only his third Texas in history.
I know. And the first one was about PK rocking out to Morgan Wallen.
Yeah. It's a weird day for Texas, is it not?
Texture says, as Scootator, with the addition of Trimble, do you think this is the most talented team PK's had?
Yes.
I mean, I've seen this debated. I think it's the deepest team we've had. But here's the question: would you still say most talented? When I don't think that there's a surefire like lottery pick or first round guy on this team right now.
But that doesn't matter. That doesn't mean your team that doesn't always make a team more or less talented.
But
I know it sounds weird to say.
Yeah, I mean, like I don't think you could say like more or less good, but pure talent. I feel like is typically evaluated by NBA potential.
Yeah, that's mainly looked at to mock the ones who didn't win because of the NBA talent you end up seeing on the team in hindsight.
I mean, if we have a first round pick on this team for next season, I feel like it's going to be a Kesey, and he's probably not going to be one of the top 6 or maybe like 6 contributors on this team.
Plus, if he gets drafted, it's going to be on like his potential
exactly.
on the road.
Yeah, for sure. So,
like Jaren Jackson,
I mean, I don't think we have a player as talented as Michael on this team.
No,
it doesn't mean that we can't be better than last year.
No, the team,
but
yeah.
I think top to bottom, it's the deepest team he's had. Pure talent, I'm not sure.
Even without Trimble, I mean, you could argue this is the best in 3 years, right?
I agree. Yeah, for sure. Also says, don't miss my first text, but I figured you and Trevor would enjoy this. The 30 ranked baseball movies. Well, I already disagree with number 1.
I'm saying the same thing. Like, first of all, 30 because the Babe, I love it, but that's any list with the Babe on it's very stretching. Trouble with the Curve.
Pride of the Yankees, number 1.
I'm not.
No.
Bull Durham, number 1. Yes, I'm okay.
Bull Durham's 2, Moneyball's 3, Field of Dreams 4, Major League 5, 61 6, The Natural 7, A League of Their Own 8, Bad News Bears 9, Sandlot 10. I actually agree with like the inclusion of. I'm good with the rest of the top 10. Maybe not in that order.
You've never seen Cobb. That was on the Mike movie list.
I've never seen Cobb.
It's a good movie. You would like it.
I've never seen Ephus either. Which
I don't even know what Ephus is.
I'm assuming it's a reference to the
some of these is sad.
famed Ephus pitch.
Is it bad? I don't know who that or the Stratton story is.
I haven't seen that either. I don't know that one either.
Huh.
Texas says, we are finally free from Ian just repeating the name of the player Mike just named as a response every few seconds. I could cry tears of joy.
Did he do that? I didn't notice.
I couldn't tell because I was too busy talking while he was also talking. Dave, teacher from Jeffersonville, says, is it football yet? I'm dying over here. It must be football season. It's like 100 degrees outside. Also, F, Mary Kill, Margaret Qualley, Olivia Dunn, and Roman.
Wow, Roman?
I'm marrying Qualley.
Who's Margaret Qualley? How do I know that name? What do I know her from?
She's an actress.
I knew that, but what is she in?
I'm trying to think of anything that you would have seen.
Olivia Dunn, I know. That's the LSU girl.
Olivia Dunn is Paul Skeen's girl. I mean, Margaret Qualley, I think, just became single. She was in The Leftovers.
Oh, she was
the daughter in The Leftovers. She was in.
She's the hippie in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yes.
That gets a ride with them. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. You embarrassed me. Yeah.
Her mom is Andie MacDowell.
Oh, really?
Yes.
They used a lot of like nepotism kids in that movie because the girl from Stranger Things was in it too.
I think I'd marry her. I think I'd bleep Olivia Dunn. I'm killing Roman. Sorry.
I'm kind of going in that order too. Yeah.
Texture says, another armadillo text. Texas, I have a question about Mack and Hutchinson since they played at U of L last year. Weren't they already covered by the other court case? They wouldn't have to enter the portal. This lawsuit seems to be specifically for players that want to enter the portal. So does that mean they may be trying to look elsewhere? I'm sure we can pay them, but their market value in this late portal would be higher than it would be usually because there's higher demand. I understand why you're saying this. All I can say is if they're eligible, they're playing for U of L. Texture says, can UConn count as a bad football team? I know they're not Power 4, but close enough, and I still haven't forgotten that missed fair catch call. They're not Power Conference anymore, but they're a terrible football program.
Plus, UConn didn't even start doing like D1 football until like the 90s, I think, didn't they? I mean,
late join.
Yeah.
They've kind of gone back and forth a little bit.
You got to be at least.
They're not in a conference anymore.
Like that's why Temple, I think, is kind of because
Temple's not Power Conference.
Yeah, and we were talking about teams like getting kicked out of the conference. I was like, I think Temple got kicked out of like the Big East one year and got sent to Independence.
Yeah. Texas, your reading of Riddler's Joshy Boy sounded like Seinfeld's George Steinbrenner. Go Cards, go Calzones.
Gotta have a calzone.
Texas,
sorry.
If you drive Western Kentucky Parkway toward KY Lake, they are everywhere once you pass the KSP station in the middle of the road. I'm surprised they aren't seen more farther east. Who knew armadillos were taking over Kentucky?
This is because we're Eastern kids that don't leave like the certain parts of Louisville, I guess.
Well, but they're saying like they're just now starting to creep up in Louisville.
Yeah, okay.
They've been in Western Kentucky apparently everywhere for the last like 5 years or so.
We had no idea.
Not frequenting Bowling Green these days.
You know, one of us is going to see one down the road just because of this.
I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it. Texas, the best bet I've ever made was $100 on Lamar to win the Heisman before the season started in 2016 at 80-1. Good for you, man. That's I mean, I remember John Ramsey after the Charlotte game was doing the thing where he was like, "Should we talk about Lamar as a Heisman guy?" And I was like, "No." I was like, "There's still no way. Like they won't. Like it's impossible for a Louisville player to win the Heisman. I know he's putting up crazy stats." And then after the Syracuse game, I was like, I was like, he's September Heisman now. We're talking. He's definitely in the conversation. And after the Florida State game, I was like, okay, like it's real now.
Did RG3 winning it at Baylor though? That kind of give me hope that we had a shot.
That it definitely helped.
I still remember
because that was an 8-4 team or a 9-3 team. They weren't great, but you knew that. I still think that we had to get off to a great start. I mean, I've made this point before. I'll make it again. I think if our season was inverted, and we started off the year with like those back-to-back losses, and then Lamar was putting up crazy stats in like November, but we had been off the national landscape for basically the entire year. I don't know if he would have won it.
I mean, he had to hold Deshaun Watson off like a racehorse trying to like catch it at the wire.
Yeah,
I mean, it maybe could have gone to Watson, but then again, Lamar should have won it probably the next year.
Yeah, I mean, if you could have voted with postseason stats, like Watson was great in the ACC title game and the national title game, it would have been a lot closer after that. But that's not the way the award goes.
That's right. Suck it, Clemson.
Texas, I would say Rutgers. Maybe Houston would be the next Indiana. Houston's not a bad bet.
Houston's.
But they also haven't been power conference for more than 5 years. You know?
Well, power, okay, yeah.
I don't think Houston football is a power football conference at first thought. Still.
Plus, Houston had at least, while it wasn't maybe championship material, they had that late 80s run with like
Andre
David
Ware.
Klingler and Andre Ware where they
Yeah.
were like they were fun to watch. And
I still think it's Kansas. Like
that's my go-to a little bit too.
Like just passing the can you envision this test. If I tried to envision like those goofy ass football uniforms with that big ass dumb Jayhawk on the helmet, I can't see those players hoisting a national championship trophy after beating Ohio State to win the title. I can't. I mean, I couldn't do the same thing with Indiana, but that's what made it so crazy. Texture says, we are too cheap to make concessions reasonable, too cheap to make straw hats for Ag Day, and now we are too damn cheap to make posters. The consumer experience as a Louisville fan sucks. Look, they're going to have to at least address this at some point because it's becoming a thing, and I know that they're sort of insulated. More and more people are having the same take, and more people. If you want our games to be well attended, you're going to have to at least do something for the fans at some point. We're getting sort of left out, and it's getting annoying.
I mean, you don't have to be Mark Pope, like kissing everyone's rear end of doing everything. But
Agreed.
Throw us a bone.
Get us the damn posters, right? Or let us know when the posters are coming out.
We don't ask for much, right?
Ag Day hats for everybody who's just not employees. Like don't let all the employees steal the Ag Day hats and then have 5 left over for the rest of the fan base.
Do we get a black Jeff Brom bobblehead?
Well, Kelsey. It's black Kelsey.
Okay, but I mean, for the
apparently it's even black. And
for the football team, I mean, I was trying to see, think.
Oh, I would love a black Brom. Texas headline: Keno's out for the season on fake punt scramble play. That's my nightmare. That's my fear. Texas, what players in the last 3 years, if added to this year's basketball and football teams, do you think would be the most impactful? I mean, if we had like a healthy, fully focused Michael Brown.
Yeah, all year.
I would take him. Because I was texting with somebody else. Like, there is a part of me that every now and then I'm like, is Jackson Shelstead really up for this? If we're talking about trying to win a national title, can you win a national title with Jackson Shelstead at point guard? I think Michigan had the same thought with Cadeau last year, and he stepped up and played his best basketball. We need Shelstead to make that same type of leap. It could very much be a thing where we're a month and a half into the season. We're like, we just assumed this guy was going to be up for it, and he's not. So I would take Michael. I mean, I would say we don't have enough time to answer all of this, but give me Michael on the basketball team. Ohio Guy says, are you going to watch InfoWars tonight? It's being relaunched by The Onion. Well, more of a chance of me watching it now than then, for sure.
Sounds like it's going to be funny, actually, if it's going to be on The Onion. I mean,
Texas says, come on now. What are we doing?
What's
going on?
Just says, come on.
What's going on? Texas, 1985, I saw an armadillo near Shelbyville Road across some Oxmoor. I'd forgotten about it until now. He was eating Chick-fil-A there and saw the armadillo at the same time.
I think it was 1985. He remembers the year so well.
I'm doubting your memory a little bit.
We were on our way back from seeing Back to the Future. Just came out in theaters.
Tonight, we got a pick from via our guy, Chad Hennessy with InsureMax, proudly serving the Louisville area for over 25 years. Give Chad Hennessy at InsureMax a call today, 502-479-4085. How about this? Just up the road, the Detroit Lions were diverted to SDF yesterday because the weather was so bad. Lions, Bengals, preseason action, 7 o'clock. It's a full preseason slate tonight. But who wins? Detroit, Cincinnati.
Who they think gonna beat them Bengals?
That's
Not
right.
Detroit
I want
tonight.
you back off the show. You're out. You're done. Give me the Lions, baby.
We're supposed to go to this game, maybe?
No. I've got no interest in attending a preseason football game. I don't. Sorry.
even if you don't get to see your team that often.
Still.
I agree.
I'm not seeing them tonight either if I go to that game.
Will you even watch tonight?
I'll watch tonight. It's on national TV, though. I got to find like an illegal stream. It's on like TSN Plus.
Oh, which means it'll come on. They'll replay it on that
right.
NFL Network.
I mean, I don't even think Goff's playing. I don't think Gibbs is playing. Like it's lame.
I didn't even realize y'all signed Isaiah Pachinko until the other day.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
he's injured, but
Monty's gone, but we got Pacheco. Everyone, enjoy your Thursday evening. We are back tomorrow to wrap up the week at 2:30. Until we talk to you then, go Cards.
Here comes Johnny with the power and the glory. Backbeat, the talking blues. He got the action, he got the motion. Playing the boy can play. The dedication, devotion, it's in it all the night time into the day. The song about the street on the woman. They do the song about the night.
Hey there, New Albany. This is Mayor Jeff Gahan. It's another year here in our River City, and what better time to show your support for our high school's athletic programs. Whether it's basketball or football, track and field or soccer, swimming or tennis, our Bulldogs are giving it their all on the field and court. So let's rally behind them, New Albany. Come out to the games, cheer them on, and let's make some noise. Let's show everyone what it means to be a part of the best city in Southern Indiana. Go Bulldogs!
Guns, Gears, Deal. It's everything concealed carry. With over 1,000 firearms in stock, we've got what you're looking for. Fast. SIG, Smith & Wesson, HK, Glock, plus the best selection of used guns in Louisville. Looking for premium? Kimber, Dan Wesson, Wilson Combat. Selling? We've got selling. We pay cash for guns, and we always have specials. Don't wait. Get in today. Everything concealed carry. 10306 Taylorsville Road in the heart of J-Town. Everything concealed carry. Serious selection, serious value.
Hello, I'm John Burke, president and owner of United Mechanical. My Christian faith is the foundation on which my company operates. Since 1999, United Mechanical's workforce has provided quality and dependable HVAC, plumbing, electrical, and refrigeration services for all of Kentuckiana's commercial and industrial businesses. Our mission is simple: to deliver a comprehensive array of reliable services in an ethical manner and always put our client first. Call United Mechanical at 502-339-1133. That's 502-339-1133.
Hey, football fans, Louisville football is set to take on returning college football playoff semi